think we're all the way live.
We're all the way live. Hello, beautiful people.
Hi, look. 2 people in the same place. Paul, oh, there you go. Paul's got his special beverage. I have my special beverage. Amanda has her special beverage. Let's see. Let's give people a few minutes to find their way in.
Yay!
Beards has his special beverage. Garrett has a special beverage.
Excellent.
How's the sound? Is it working? Everything good? See how bad the delay is tonight.
Oh, just wait until I start laughing and I'll redline the microphone. No one will have ears left.
I can always turn down the gain. I'm gonna dive for it. It's right in front of me.
Hello! Hi!
Also move the computer so we don't have to listen to the fan directly in front of the microphone the whole time, which I never noticed until I watched the replay.
That's mood music.
Yeah. Just gently droning, giving you a migraine in the background.
I do have the seat of power, McLovin. I am all powerful. I also have like a cuddle companion. Everything is good.
Yeah. She's drinking out of my silicone mug even.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a boss. Basically, I'm the sidekick. I'm Andy Richter.
Guest of honor.
Conan O'Brien. What's up, Fat Rat Goon?
Critter!
Brian Jones.
David is here! Hooray! Oh, and Sandy's here! Yay!
See? People want to see you.
Yay! Yay! Oh, this is lovely. Oh, this is awesome.
Jay, we're so glad to see you, too.
This is true.
All right, well, if you don't know, this says 47. There it is, 50. People are showing up. If you don't know who this is, I'd be surprised. This is one of the top 100 women in power sports. Officially, being honored in 2 weeks at the AIM Expo.
I'm excited.
This is the amazing, what did I say? Fantabulous.
Oh, yes.
The fantabulous Amanda Zito, who you may know as the Magpie Flies or Blind Thistle on the Instagrams.
Yes.
And one of my favorite moto content makers ever, but also my favorite Oregonian moto content makers. And so when you're this close together, you got to try to do stuff together, right?
Yes.
So Amanda drove all the way down to my house to sit in my garage with my dog and hang out with all of you on the live stream.
Yay!
Do you want to? I know most people know you, but do you want to talk about your channel a little bit?
Yeah. So I've been doing YouTube now for 6 or 7 years at this point. It's been a while. I started YouTube because I can't keep a journal to save my life. So all of my videos were actually just journals for myself because I knew I could talk to a camera, but I couldn't keep a journal. So the first few videos on my channel was the documentation of a cross-country trip that I did. Well, cross-country. I did a giant loop of Montana on an 80s motorcycle. It was interesting. I came back, I edited those videos, and I was done, and people were like, wait, are you gonna keep making videos? And I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't know people were watching this.
That's a good feeling.
So, yeah, long story short, I make travel vlogs, and I make a lot of motorcycle camping content, and I try to share things as I learn them.
I think your mom's here.
Oh, Mom's here! Yeah! Oh, Lolo's jealous because I'm holding other dog.
Oh, well.
Oh, jeez.
It's temporary. It's not a big deal. It's just a fling. Yeah, so Amanda is a rock star, and so excited that she's here, and that all of you can hang out, and she's got lots of big plans coming up this year, lots of stuff. I'm sure you have a million questions for her, so I'll try not to talk all night. That may depend on how many beers I have. Thank you, Circus Baramoto. You're a rock star.
Oh, we have to cheers. Cheers.
Yeah, we'll drink every time you donate, for sure. But don't break your donation up into a penny at a time.
Excellent.
So real quick before I forget, the reason why I'm not sitting in my regular chair is I injured myself last week, which has been really annoying because the weather was actually pretty decent today. And tomorrow it's not going to rain and not be that cold, so I was like, I should go motocamping. But can't ride a motorcycle right now because in Disneyland it was raining. It was Disneyland last week. And I walked into a wet bathroom and my feet disappeared. Like, walked in, like, to the public bathroom. Somebody got the impression, Beards got the impression that I was talking about, like, the shower at the hotel. I don't want anyone picturing that. So, no. It was a bathroom. And I fell on my tailbone, and it's bruised pretty bad. So, it's been hurting for a week or so. So, this chair is nice because it actually has no cushion in the middle. It's actually a crappy chair, but it's perfect for right now because I can sit on it more comfortably.
Yeah, the real reason I'm in the chair of power is not because I'm actually a guest of honor. It's just...
You are the guest. You're the only person that's ever sat in that chair. So, there you go. Do it proud.
I'm scrolling back because I saw a question and I lost it. Ronnie, I did not ride in on the Nabby. I'm sorry to terribly disappoint you.
It wouldn't be here till tomorrow if you had.
I know. I am here on Bubba and my truck camper because I'm a hobo.
Yeah, she actually slept out on the street last night.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, the Boyers is here. Hello. Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Guys, all my lightsabers are upstairs in my office because I put them in my office so I could write them off as decorations.
I mean, that's legit.
Yeah, I mean, you could buy a painting for your office and write it off. So why can't I buy a lightsaber and put it on the wall?
Hello, Nathan and Chris.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They're here?
The pressure is on.
Oh, man. Okay. The Oregon luminaries are here. The Illuminati. What the hell did we say?
I think you said Oregon luminaries. I think that was what it was.
Yeah.
It's been a while, so I forgive you for forgetting.
Well, I mean, that was like 13 months ago.
Yeah.
13 and a half.
How come we can't hang out when it's not cold?
Because you're busy.
Oh, yeah.
Same reason why I can't camp with Nathan in the summer. Because he's busy. We'll end up in some of the same places, probably, so that's good.
Yeah. That's true. You'll be at AIM, right? You're going?
Yep.
Yeah!
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm going with Giant Loop, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing yet, but
Okay.
I'm going to do whatever they want me to do.
Yeah!
And then spend the rest of the time networking my ass off.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
With a mask on. Hopefully people will be able to recognize who I am.
I think you're iconic enough. You have, like, a whole sweatshirt. I don't have anything with my name on it. I should remedy that.
That's just because you're, like, creative and can make things, and that's all I got. Stealing someone else's logo and putting some different text on it.
Yes. Oh, did Rocky Mountain Roll sell out? No. The second round of tickets will go on sale January 10th. That is your last chance to get tickets.
Get on it.
So if you didn't get a hold of early bird tickets, make sure that you mark your calendar for January 10th. Because that is your last opportunity to get tickets for Rocky Mountain Roll for 2022.
So what is that for people that don't know?
Oh, right. Sorry. Rocky Mountain Roll is a grassroots motorcycle campout that I host on my family's ranch in Corvallis, Montana. I tried to quit. Mom wouldn't let me. Which is surprising for somebody who I had to convince to let me bring strangers on the property. After year 3, I was going to quit, and Mom and Dad were like, well, you can't quit. You don't know. It could have just been a bad year. So, this is happening because of Mom and Dad Zito, so you can thank them.
Nice.
We cap the event at 100 attendees every year, so you're never in a crowd. So if you have issues going to large events, you can rest assured that you will not be in a crowd. You will be able to meet literally everybody there, and that is part of the point for me. I took all the parts of a motorcycle campout that I enjoy, like meeting people and talking to them and the ride to get there, and I took away all the things that I don't like about motorcycle campouts, which is the guilt of spending all my money to get to a place and then not having money to spend in Merch Row.
Uh-huh.
So there's no vendors or anything like that. And there's no live bands like that because it makes it really difficult to talk to people. Am I the only one who thinks that? I don't know. So it's as grassroots as you can possibly get. You literally get a shovel to move cow poo to set up your tent.
Wow. Everyone get their own shovel, or is it a community shovel?
It's a community shovel.
That's even,
you have
it's
to
all
share.
about community. Your elevator speeches are really good, by the way.
Thank you.
It's like, well, tell me about your channel. Bam. What is that? Bam. Nailed it.
It's not like I've been doing this for a little
right.
while.
Okay. Tell us about the trip you're about to take.
Okay. So in March, just a few months away, I will be riding across the country again. I am going to be trucking it down to Sacramento and then starting in Sacramento. And I will be going all the way south, and I'll be following the border to Florida, and I will be attending the Forgotten Angels campout in around Tampa, Florida. I don't think it's in Tampa, but it's around that area. If you follow Shade Tree Surgeon, I'm sure that you already know about it. But a while ago, during a Shade Tree Surgeon live stream, actually, they were talking about how they don't like going camping, you know. And for giggles, I posted in the chat, I was like, well, but if I rode all the way to Florida, would you go camping with me? And they made the mistake of saying yes. So, I'm going to Florida to make Shade Tree Surgeon sleep in a tent. It's going to be a blast. We'll see if he actually follows through or not. But I'm going to do this trip in under 30 days. It's another 8,000 miles. Because I'm a masochist.
And it'll be less stressful this time because you don't have to worry about not having enough days off before you get back.
Yes, it'll be lovely. The last cross-country trip I did in 2020, I was still working at REI, and I was only given initially 20 days to do the whole trip, which is a lot. Is a lot to do in 20 days, 8,000 miles. And I was lucky enough to get a few of my coworkers to take on like another 4 days that I would have actually had come back for work, but it still was 8,000 miles in 24 days, and it was a lot, and it was very stressful. I actually got aura migraines during the trip because I was so stressed out about coming back and being on time and not losing my job.
Yeah, that would be stressful.
So it should be a little bit less stressful this time.
Cross country's no joke. Cause our friend Motocamp Nerd is opening a store. That's not a secret, I don't think, anymore, because he posted on Instagram, and I was like, how cool would it be to ride out there and be there for the grand opening? So I Google mapped it, and I would need a month. Yes. Literally 8 hours a day. It's like 12 days of riding alone.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. For real. Oh yay! Circus Burma is going. That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a refill. Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm in for the long haul.
There you go. You're a sipper. I'm a drinker.
Hello. Am I going to GL? I don't know what that means. Does that mean going to the Giant Loop campout? Because I don't... Is that what you meant? I don't know. 4 times 10-hour days. Do it. The gauntlet has been set by Ben. He says 4 10-hour days. You have to do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you come to the Giant Loop ride, I will work my way up to riding all the way to South or North Carolina. Which one are you in?
Is it South Carolina or is it North?
I thought it was North, but it looks really south on the map.
Yeah.
I don't know my East Coast geography that well.
I'm very bad. I did ride through North Carolina. Did not ride through South Carolina last time. But I'm not getting that far north this time. It's going to be way too cold.
North Carolina. Ryan wants to make you a hoodie. He makes good hoodies.
Ryan's going to make me a hoodie?
You send him your logo.
Aw, thank you. Oh.
You know, it could make that even better, drinking game beards, is every time I get up to go pee, take a drink.
Who should do a review of the Trail 125?
We both should, but they would have to let us ride them.
That's true.
I need one. I love the enthusiasm. I love when people, you probably get this all the time. You should review this bike. You should review that bike. As if I just have a closet full of bikes and I can just put one on whenever I want. Like, I have to have access to them to do that. And I'm lucky enough that at least I can ride bikes out at Power now, so I can get access to some stuff. But
that's nice.
One, they don't have everything.
Yeah.
They don't even have everything that the brands they carry. Like, I can't ride a T7 because I can't get one.
Oh, yeah, you can't get those anywhere.
Can't get a KLX 300 because they only have one. They don't even have a demo bike. But they do have about 12 KLRs, so... Whoa. No, like 20 when I was there this week. And I actually put it in the video, so... I sold one. A guy from Spokane came down to buy one from them because I was talking to him about it on Facebook. But anyway, if you need a KLR, they have those.
No, I think the only one that like people really bothered me to review was the Pan America, and then when I did it, nobody cared.
It's interesting. People are curious about it, but because it's so new, it's like some people don't get it. I don't know. They want to hear that it's... I think they want to hear that it's really awful or really amazing, and it's just kind of like an adventure bike.
Yeah, it's just an adventure bike. It's a big, beastie adventure bike.
It's fast, I'll give you that.
Oh my god, the power delivery was really good.
Yeah.
I still don't like the clutch. I still really don't like it.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Barry! What bike is she riding? I normally ride a 2016 Honda CB500X, but I have 6 bikes, So...
It makes me feel less bad about my form. I have one of each of the Japanese stuff.
The other primary one you should know is that I have a 1980 Suzuki GS850, and she was my first bike, and she is my baby, and she will be with me until I die. But I have lots of other bikes too, so.
And they all have names.
And they all have names.
Mm-hmm.
The CB500X is Briarios, Hecatoncheirus, partially because he's both an anime character and a Greek titan with 100 arms. Most of my bikes have like a Greek theme going on. And the joke was, it's my first bike with fuel injection, so it was my cyborg boyfriend. And then the Suzuki's name is Lazarus. Less Greek, more to do with the fact that she keeps dying and coming back to life, so it's very appropriate.
Seems appropriate. John, I have not sold it yet. Do you want to buy it? I haven't listed it yet. I keep waiting for one of you guys to buy it because the selling my Twin was so easy. And actually the DRZ, Tiffany ended up buying that, so... Who wants to come out of the woodwork and buy the Grom so I don't have to go through the hassle of putting it on Facebook? Please.
That is nice.
Yeah. $3,000. I'll sell it to you. I know that's above book, but look at all the crap I put on it.
That's a lot of stuff.
And it's like 1,400 miles. Like, wow. It's basically brand new.
Dude, if I owned that, it would already be at 10K.
Well, you weigh less than I do because I can't get it on the highway. It's funny, I thought I was doing okay, like getting 55, 56, and then I did a GPS speedo.
Oh.
It's got a smaller sprocket, so I'm actually was going 48 most of the time, so I definitely can't take it on the highway. I'm going to have to ride up the frickin' shoulder the whole time. Not good. A lot of wind resistance here.
Yeah.
I sold the DRZ. It's literally right there, bro. The 125. I sold the DRZ 125. I sold Lil's bike so I could buy her the XT. Actually, that timing just worked out. I was going to do it anyway, but worked good.
Oh, Baltimore isn't that far away. You could write it back.
Yeah, you should make a video, several videos if you do. I think you would get a lot of views on that. You have to change the oil several times.
Yeah. It would be an adventure. That's the point of the adventure Grom.
Yeah, exactly right. You could, if you did all back roads and like gravel roads, you'd have a blast.
I mean, I think you have to. There's no way you would get across the country on the freeway on that.
There's a dude that rode, back roads, yeah. There's a dude that rode one from Argentina. He didn't make it to Alaska, but he was trying to. I think he ran into family issues or something along the way.
Oh.
But he was back roading it.
And then there's the guy who's literally going around the world on a monkey.
Yeah.
I met him at Overland Expo West. He's a character.
A lot of bikes have small tanks. At what point is a tank too small to realistically travel? It depends on your version of travel. It's too small when you can't get between gas stations.
Yeah. That's a good point. Most gas stations in rural counties, even like in rural counties in Montana, there is a minimum or like maximum 100 miles between gas stations. So as long as you can make 100 miles,
which my DRZ would do even,
then it's fine.
The answer is a 2-gallon armadillo bag from Giant Loop because they're cheap and you can roll it up when you're not using it and you don't have to modify your bike.
Well, and then like if it's a tiny bike and your fuel mileage is already like 90 or 100 or something crazy, you could get away with just even like a 20-ounce like MSR bottle and a bottle holster.
It's true. My Grom actually has more fuel range than the DRZ.
Yeah.
Because it gets so much better mileage.
So the answer is no. As long as you can go 100 miles, you can do whatever.
I would agree with that. Maybe don't do it on 2-stroke.
Sandy, you should totally buy the Grom and ride it back to Montana. Do it! It would be awesome!
KLR's right over there. It's a 2-car garage. It's in the other half. Although, spoiler alert, Monday's video, the title is, I broke my KLR. Yeah. Okay. It's only a little clickbaity, but it's not clickbaity if it's true.
No, it's true.
It is it was broken. They did fix it, and it's fine now. But
it's not your fault that everybody assumes that it's going to be the engine.
Right, yeah. Exactly. I had to get a warranty repair. That must mean it's broken, right? The fun part is I broke it when I took it back for them to fix it this week. I put it in the trailer because I, again, couldn't ride. So I patched a hole in the roof of my trailer, so I wanted to check it anyway. But unloading it, I really smartly hooked the strap on the hook on the wall so it would be conveniently located when I was trying to put it back in. And I start pulling on the bike. And these it's not carbureted, but some, like my DRZ and stuff, when you pull on the clutch, sometimes it takes a little bit to get it moving. Mm-hmm. And so I thought that's what it was, and so I was pulling on it and pulling on it. No, I hooked that strap on my auxiliary light, and I pulled hard enough that I snapped the plastic covering on it. And so I thought, cool, I've broken this here, dropping it off to get it fixed. Fortunately, I was already at the dealership. So I went into the parts guy while they were working on it. I was like, please tell me I can just get the cover and not the whole light. And I could. So it was $12. I ordered it. But which is good because when I go back, we're going to make a doohickey video. I'm going to interview a Kawasaki mechanic about it.
Sandy, tell him he's a party pooper.
Uncle Badger, I can't help it if you were so excited that you clicked on it so fast. You're just proving that it worked. You're just proving me right, not wrong.
Oh, Fix Build Play, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you. New KLR, hell yeah, man. Or person. Congratulations. Enjoy that.
Oh, that's a good one. Thoughts on your daughter's XT225?
So, I haven't ridden it much, but I did take it out yesterday. I had to a little bit, but I was literally standing the whole time. Fortunately, I'm pretty good at standing up when I ride. So, other than starting and stopping, it's so light. It's going to be really fun, I think. I honestly think I may ride it more than she does because it's going to be a really fun trail bike. And we get to work on it, like do all the maintenance and bring it up to speed together. The brake was a little squishy, so I bled that last night, and we're going to put new tires on it and change the flail. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But I got up to 60, so it's better than the Grom.
Well, that's not fair. The CC is totally different.
Yeah, well, right.
That's like when I made the comparison video between the Tiger and my CB, and everybody's like, that's not even a fair comparison.
But people ask. But yeah, I mean, and you understand that we still make the video because people ask. I get that some of the comments on like my KLR versus Africa Twin video.
Yeah.
I made that because so many people were asking me.
Yeah.
I personally don't think, I mean, they're sort of adventure bikes, but I don't know how many people are trying to decide between the two.
Yeah.
But I can only talk about stuff I've actually done.
It's true. I feel like my personal opinion do not come for me. I think that the KLR and the T7 have more in common than the KLR and the Africa Twin.
Oh, you're not wrong. I absolutely wish more small ADV bikes came with tubeless tires. Mm-hmm. Personally, I would much rather plug one than freaking put a tube in on the side of the trail.
Yeah, dealing with tubes is a nightmare.
My favorite YouTuber's right here. What are you talking about? Actually, that's true. But also, you guys watch Joe Robinette, who is he's a bushcrafter. So I've had two really, really fangirly moments in the last week. Because Jake the Garden Snake commented on my Adventure Grom mods video. And I was like, what? And then today, I did this wrap on my axe. Because I saw Joe do it in a video. My new axe that I got for Christmas, by the way. And he commented on it. I tagged him in it and said, thanks for the inspiration. He commented and said it was awesome. So I've had a pretty good week. That's all I'm saying. And now I'm sitting here next to Amanda. So not bad.
It's such a hard question. I kind of fluctuate between a couple people as like who's my favorite people. You know, the people who like when they post, you immediately watch it. Mm-hmm. Like no waiting. Elsa Ray has been one of my longtime favorite people on YouTube. They actually got dirt bikes recently, so now it's relevant. But Elsa Ray and Baron have been living out of a 13-foot Scamp trailer for like the last, I don't even know, 3 or 4 or 5 years, something like that. Tiny. It's both of them and their dog, and they're my heroes partially because Elsa Ray just makes really beautiful content. It's very aesthetic, and it's all very calming to me. And I tend to move towards content on YouTube that's calming because I already have enough anxiety in my life.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Also to Critters donation, but mostly the anxiety thing.
Yeah. So I would say Elsie Ray is my top favorite right now.
Steve Wallace, also one of my favorites. y'all don't watch Steve Camping with Steve, you're missing out on a dude sleeping in a culvert under a highway. We did one for Halloween. Did one in a body bag. That was pretty cool. Cheers! Thank you, Ronnie.
Thank you, Ronnie.
I do have a lightsaber out here. Actually, I have 2 lightsabers in the garage. They're not the good ones, but...
Also, I think it's funny that you think that I would ever give up any of my bikes. Not happening.
Yeah, so you're different than me. I just go through them like socks.
I mean, like, the Tiger was different. I did sell the Tiger, but it went to an excellent home of a very dear friend of mine, and we just were not meant to be.
Sometimes it's just not a match.
Yeah. But all the rest of my bikes are like, yeah, pretty much all the rest of my bikes are gifts, or I bought them from my close family or something like that, and I will never get rid of them. You can't get rid of a gift. It's not okay.
Sentimental value.
Yeah.
See, I got all my bikes from dealerships. I don't care. My dad gave me one. I would probably hang on to it.
I think I bought Lazarus from a private party, but again, first bike, never getting rid of her. And I bought the Coleman from Murdoch's. That's like, but also they're so much fun. I don't imagine getting rid of it.
Yeah, well, it's not like you're drowning in debt for that bike either. It's the kind of thing you can just kind of keep and play with and not feel bad about.
Literally $900.
Yeah.
It was so cheap.
Dude, Ryan, it's the coolest thing ever. But unfortunately, when you go to Star Wars land and you're an adult with money, it's very dangerous. So, okay, how about this? Let's play a game. Type in the chat how many lightsabers you think I came back with from this trip. How many? And I don't think I posted them all. Oh, sorry, that gives you a clue. I may or may not have posted them all. This is ruining it on Instagram. So, just a number. How many lightsabers do you think I came back from Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge, and Disneyland with? Keeping in mind that we drove back. So if we'd flown, it would have been a different number. But I could just throw them all in the car and go get more the next day. 47, close.
Dork, how many bikes are you up to while we wait for people to guess?
4 at the moment. 1 of each of the Japanese manufacturers. So Honda Grom, Kawasaki KLR, Yamaha XT225, and the old Suzuki DRZ right behind me.
Wow. That just makes me think about how many Hondas I have.
Dude, it's funny. See, and I am a total, Honda's my favorite brand. But I'm not picky. I want the bike that fits what I'm after. Yeah. And if it happens to be a Honda, great. Yeah. But if it isn't, then it isn't. Although I say I'm not picky, but I won't buy a non-Japanese bike, so. Yeah. There you go.
3 Hondas, a Suzuki, a badass moped, and a Coleman.
Yeah, I don't have a Coleman.
Yeah.
One of the few American motorcycle manufacturers. The answer is 4. I bought 4 lightsabers. 4. Okay. I built 2, so they have you go in and it's like a whole ceremony and you like build your own and then they stick it in for you and you all ignite them at the same time and hold them up and damn it, it's really cool. So I did that one twice because there's 4 variations of 4 part sets you can build. And so I did 2 and my kid did 1, so we have 3 of the 4. And the other one's boring. And then on the last day I went a little crazy and went back and bought, they also have the Legacy sabers, so I bought Rey's saber from the end of The Force Awakens and Luke Skywalker's from Return of the Jedi, because that's my favorite movie. Favorite Star Wars movie. It's my favorite. I think it's my second favorite movie in the world.
Aw, thank you, Brady.
Brady, you're a bad ass. You're a badass. I hiccuped halfway through that. I would love a Rokon.
That was good. No, see, I think that's the reason I haven't tried to go to Harry Potter Land or like Hogsmeade Village and then Diagon Alley. I think that's what they have over in Florida, Universal Studios. I haven't done that because I know I will spend way more money than I have and it will be painful.
Yeah. Yeah, if I hadn't done the mental gymnastics to make a couple of them into office decorations and therefore I could spend a little YouTube money on it, I definitely wouldn't have. I'm basically General Grievous, yeah. Should we give away some stickers?
Yeah!
So Amanda brought some stickers to throw in to the sticker packs. So They're very special, exclusive sticker packs tonight. Exclusive. You had to be here to get one. Let's see if the bot's working tonight. It's always a crapshoot with the bot. All right, here's where it gets complicated. You have to type !enter. Literally an exclamation point and the word enter. And if you're not sure, just do what everyone else is doing.
Are you going to show them the sticker?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Hey, it's working. Cool. And, I heard somebody really cool designed these, like drew these. So.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah, somebody fancy. These are going in the packs. I've also got some Beers, Bikes, and Camping, some Mr. Puff Puff stickers. I've got some Veterans Back 40 stickers, Giant Loop stickers, all kinds of stickers. So it's usually 5 or 6 stickers that ended up showing up at your house. And all you have to do is type !enter and be excited if you don't win for the person who does. Those are the rules.
Those are the rules.
Yeah. This is my wife's dog, by the way, somebody asked. Amanda did not bring her dog.
No, I don't have a dog.
You can bring your cat next time. That'd be fun. My 4 cats would love that.
We've been trying to train them to go in the truck camper with us. We put the litter box in the front of the truck and we leave the little window open so they can go back and forth. And it means there's less kitty litter in the truck camper, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Calcifer, I have 2 cats. I have a black one and I have a white one. Calcifer is the black one. Calamity is the white one.
Oh, that's a good name.
And Calamity is terrified of everything. We have finally built up our relationship enough that if I am laying on the couch, she will sit on the couch with me, but not touching.
Oh yeah, we have one like that.
Calcifer loves everybody. He's literally a cat dog. If you come to our house, Calcifer is like immediately there, like, love me.
Wow.
Right now. So Calcifer had a blast. Calamity was just dying the whole time. The first test that we did with both of our cats in the truck camper. It was hilarious. It was very fun for me.
How do they do on the road? None of my cats like the car.
Going was a problem, but eventually they kind of calm down, especially once you get on the freeway and going, and like it's just a like normal road noise. They kind of like essentially go into hibernation mode, where they're just like breathing like really fast because they're still kind of anxious, but they're like, but we know that nothing's gonna happen, so we're just gonna hunker down in this one spot.
I had one that, without fail, would take a dump in the box anytime you put him in the car. And every once in a while, I could get him from the house to the vet. If I got him real calm, was just like, it's okay, buddy, we're going to make it. But it wasn't even half the time. Always there was poop in that box. And in the car, oh, that's a lot of smell. All right, should we draw a winner? Let's draw a winner. Closing entries. So if you win, you have to email me at dork@dorkandtheroad.com with your address. So you have to give me your address. I had somebody one time refuse to give me their address.
How are you supposed to send them the stickers?
Exactly. Why did you enter? Well, I didn't think I would win. Well, it doesn't matter. What? I don't get that. Anyway, so the condition is you have to give me your address, or else I'll give your prize to someone else. Okay, and the winner is Jay Crozier. Congrats, man. Congrats. Email me, and I will send you some stickers in the next few days. This weekend usually is when I get to it.
Yay!
Nailed it. Still catching up over here. Oh, 666 playbacks. That can't be a good sign.
Playbacks?
Go up one. That's how many views, basically.
Oh, okay. We're 157, it says on mine.
It's pretty good. Yeah, that's like total over the course. Oh, it went down. I don't know what the hell that means.
I don't know. Yay! Oh, I love everybody who celebrates somebody else. This is the best.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Look at how half asleep Trixie is. Oh, I said her name.
Oh, jeez.
Her eyes are just like... Oh.
I had her in the trance.
You did. So it was working. Well, that's awesome, Jay. Congrats on your win. Also, I sell stickers on my website if anyone's like literally been trying to get them for a year and hasn't been able to. I will happily like exchange money for them, and so does Amanda.
Yeah! Today is the last day to buy motorcycle calendars from my Etsy shop if you want one.
Do that.
I will be closing them when I get home later. So if you haven't got a motorcycle art calendar, do that now.
Finance Amanda's cross-country trip.
Yeah!
That's like a tank of gas in the Honda. Not quite.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll put it in the chat.
Thanks, Beards. Yeah, you're a mod. You should actually be able to do that.
Yeah. Also, just know that it does say that they are pre-orders for a reason, because you order it and then I order it and then it gets shipped to me and then I ship it to you. It does say it in very clear English on the post, but I have gotten like 2 emails so far of people very upset that they haven't gotten their calendar yet because it takes time for me to get them to send them to you.
It's a process.
Yes.
The Falcro, I'm going to go camping again the next time the weather is not terrible and my butt doesn't hurt anymore. So, they say tailbone bruises can take 4 weeks to heal. I hate being old.
Mine took 6 weeks.
Jeez, that's not encouraging. I have to sit on a plane in 2 weeks.
And then when I broke my tailbone, that took a month and a half.
Oh.
No, 2 months. 2 months, yeah.
Great. Thanks, Tommy. You rock star. Appreciate it.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
David thinks your calendars are rad, and he has excellent taste because he bought my Africa Twin.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am. Desert Dave, I have... What did you put in this?
Whiskey. So my... Funny story, my daughter, I don't know when, like 8 years ago, told someone that I invented the whiskey cola. She thought I invented it, so Amanda's drinking my invention.
Yep.
The whiskey cola.
The original.
Yeah, I created that, at the age of 36 or whatever I was, 35. Just make 2023 calendars. Yeah, that's a lot of calendars, but sure.
That's a lot of calendars. I like to have a nice break in between the hustle.
Oh, that's a good one. How did we meet, Amanda? I'm asking you because I don't remember.
I don't either. We met on the internet, and then I think the first time I actually met you in person was
when we rode in November.
When we rode in November. That was 2020.
It was like, but why the hell did we even start talking before that?
Because we have a shared audience. And I don't know.
I don't remember. I feel like I should remember that. I just feel like I've always known you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird. I'll have to scroll back up our Instagram conversation.
Like,
it's probably one of those, like, it's usually, you like each other's posts, and then eventually you start talking. You know, that's like, like Crittermoto, I would consider Crittermoto a friend. I've never met the guy. Mm-hmm. But because we talk online all the time.
Yeah.
Like, he's right there.
Yeah.
See? So, it started like that, but we were close enough to actually, like, meet each other. Like, wait, you're in Oregon too?
Yeah, I think that, like, the meeting each other in person thing was also because For the Love of Knobs was the great bringer together.
I think you brought him. I don't think...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they tagged along with you on that ride.
Okay.
and actually, you conned them into coming so they would trail your bike down for
you. That's right, yes. I'm very good at that, by the way. I'm excellent at, like, I need to do this thing, but I don't have the things to do it right now. Will you come and do that with me? I don't know why people agree to it, but they do.
Because you're just a nice person and they want to help you.
It was very nice. They loaded my bike and everything. I didn't have to do nothing but get in the back of a warm vehicle.
Yeah.
Come down. It was amazing.
We were pretty cold on the ride.
Yeah.
That was the ride that inspired me to get heated grips.
Yeah! Heated grips for life.
Yeah. First, literally, like, not the first, but like the third mod I did on the KLR was heated grips. I was not going into fall without them.
No.
Not again. And my Hippo Hands.
Yeah!
I can wear gloves that aren't insulated now. It's nice.
Warm Hands Revolution. Boom, boom.
Yeah. Another Oregon company. Buy some Hippo Hands. They're awesome guys. They shared their keg with me at Touratech. And Travis. We mooched off their keg.
And also, like, if you go to the Hippo Hands website and you go, whoa, that's a lot of money for hand covers, I will let you know that I tried to go the cheap route. I bought the Bike Master hand covers instead. And they were awful. Not only, like, were they just not made well, but also like it's dangerous because of the way that the Bike Master ones come out way far, and so you can't feel your controls because it's pushing on your thumb, and you can't get your hands out in a hurry versus the Hippo Hands that are just overall betterly made and safer in my opinion.
Yeah, that was a concern I had, was not being able to get my hands out or standing up they just work, man. They just do the job. Mm-hmm. The only ones that work as well are the Bushwhackers from Giant Loop, and they're a whole different application.
Yeah.
But my hands don't get stuck in those.
Yay.
Thanks, Falco. You're a rock star.
Falco is awesome. Oh, I love you too, Chris. You're the best. Chris is one of my favorite friends ever because we are each other's heroes.
Aww.
It's adorable.
Chris is the nicest person on the planet.
She is. She is an angel.
Yeah.
And just an overall incredible human being and has incredible patience, and I will never have that amount of patience, but I aspire to.
And incredibly helpful and unselfish, and I was like, example. I was like, man, it'd be neat if I could do my presentation at maybe some other rallies like Turatech or something. And she's like, I know somebody, and start sending emails for me. And guess what happened? I presented at Turatech, so that was all because of Chris.
Yeah. She's also just she's an incredible human being. Stuck in the back in the mud with me in South Dakota while I piddled through everything. Helped me pick up my bike, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Yep, with a smile on her face the whole time.
It's just this is great.
I'm having a blast.
Found her 2 wheels through Shade Resurgent, and here you two are here together. Crazy. It is. The mower community on YouTube is tiny. It's insane.
Yeah, it's not hard to run across people, but a lot of those are those sort of Instagram friendships that you start. This is how they start out. Because if you appreciate the same kinds of things, you tend to see people more than once.
Wheelman, I'm confused. Are you asking me this or him? I have ridden in Colorado and Utah, so I'm assuming you're asking him.
I haven't, but I would like to ride both of those BDRs. We were on Soarin' at Disneyland, and Monument Valley is in it. And I was I literally turned to my wife and was like, the Utah BDR goes right through here. And I bet that's it right down there, the road. You could see, you're flying over the top. But anyway, I was like, God, someday.
Is it Monument Valley in Arizona?
I don't know.
Okay.
The point is, it looks, the footage I've seen, I'm going to look it up.
Please do.
I thought it was in Utah.
I'm pretty sure Monument Valley is in Arizona.
What am I thinking of then?
Moab, Canyonlands, Arches.
It could be Arches. Monument Valley is in Arizona. You live and you learn. Thank God you're here. I was also misquoting in multiple videos. I've said that Ron Swanson said mornings are for coffee and contemplation, and that is Jim Hopper from Stranger Things. So I'm just getting old. That's what happens.
I'm just here to be your fact checker. That's.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, yes. My Wyoming BDR is coming soon. I'm very excited about that.
I thought it was coming out the 1st, is it not? They're waiting for the movie.
I think, you have to wait for the movie. That's when it releases, right?
I wonder what BDR they'll announce next. I'm so excited to hear that once Wyoming is out, the next one will be announced. Also, completely unrelated, but do you ever look at the BDR's website? They have this map that's really filled in with all the states that they have BDRs in, and there's this one gray one right in the middle. And it's also where they're headquartered. It's the weirdest thing. Seems like a glaring omission that maybe we can fix sometime soon. Let's hope. Let's hope. Because if we had an Oregon BDR, I would ride it every year.
Are they headquartered out of Oregon now? I thought they were still in Seattle.
I don't know.
Or in Tacoma.
Basically, I'm here to say wrong things.
Okay.
And then you're here to correct me.
Sorry.
So, yeah. I don't know. They're close enough that they're honorary Oregonians.
I mean, really, everybody in the PNW are the same breed, right?
Yeah, I thought the BDR was headquartered at Nathan's house. Is that wrong? Because I know that's in Oregon.
We have road gear. I mean, I rode ADV and road gear for a long time until you figure out what you want.
Yeah. There's not, I feel like especially when you're getting started, less expensive gear is a good way to go, and there just isn't ADV specific gear that's not that expensive.
Yeah.
Except for the the Tusk, no, the...
With the Hawk stuff?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of the Rocky Mountain stuff. I can't remember the name of it right now. But anyway, they don't make it anymore, so it's pointless.
Yeah.
But they're coming out with something new. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on public. They may have something else sometime soon. Oh, but yeah.
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 I think the important thing for like starting off ADV is just making sure that you have gear that has a lot of armor in it. And there's also like base layer armor suits. Like you can just get a base layer that has armor in it, and then wear your your leathers over top of that. That's totally okay. The most important part is having that impact protection when you inevitably come off the bike, because it is inevitable. If you don't come off the bike while you're riding dirt or learning to ride dirt, you're not pushing your boundaries enough. Or at least that's my personal opinion.
Thank you, big guy. Yes, ARC, that's what it was. The Battleborn stuff.
My jacket is not Pendleton, but it is 100% wool, and it was made by a tribe in New Mexico. I don't remember what the brand is. I got off of Poshmark for super cheap because it's secondhand, and I have been living in it since it got to my house, so...
I like it. It's very you.
Yeah!
I mean that as a compliment.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've eaten muchas gracias many times. Oregon burrito is the best. They put potatoes in it, which I don't know. Is that authentic? I don't know. It's delicious.
Well, that's interesting, Uncle Badger. Thank you for the report.
Yeah, it seems like for the price, I'd be surprised if they were very durable.
Cheers!
Cheers. Yeah, Chris, that's an excellent point. So helmet is the most important piece of safety gear, but boots
yes.
are the second most important, because it's like 20 or 25% of injuries are to the lower leg.
Yeah.
And you'll twist your ankle and drop your... Like, I have crashed many times, and the armor that has saved me has been my boots. Like, go watch my Giant Loop Day 3 video when I pinned my leg under my Africa Twin, and McLovin had to come pick it up off of me. If I hadn't been wearing those Alpine Stars boots, I wouldn't have been riding out of there.
Yeah, I think making sure that like it goes like all the way up your shin is important, because you would be surprised how many sticks end up in your shin.
You ever see that video of the dude that got one stuck?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I think of that every time I think about going out without boots on. I put my boots on. Ugh, a little piece of plastic would have deflected that. Yeah, I bought a lot of cycle gear in the beginning.
Oh my god, I had so much built stuff.
Yeah.
I can't believe I wore that built helmet for like 2 or 3 years. Oh, it was so bad.
Lil's is still in here, I think, somewhere. Or maybe I finally donated it. I don't remember, but...
Like, no shame, like, at all. I got it because it was cheap, and I didn't know if I wanted to keep riding or not. So it was an excellent entry-level helmet. It was still safe. However, I really should have upgraded sooner.
Thanks, Jeff. I don't know if you're actually in here. It'll tell you if they joined on a video or whether they're in the chat or not. So, thanks, Jeff. Welcome to the Dork side.
Scorpion ADV hybrid helmet. Tommy, is that the 18950 that I have? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm sure it must be.
I was like, I think Scorpion only has one ADV helmet.
And only one modular.
Yeah.
ADV helmet.
Well, no, it's just one ADV helmet. I think the 18950 is their only ADV. Yeah. I think, anyway. Don't quote me. I am excited about my new helmets, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Awesome helmet, just a bit heavy. Yeah. Almost all of the Scorpion helmets in my experience are 4 pounds. Which is a little bit heavy. It means that you have to take a break. Just to give your neck a break.
No, awesome. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I was very happy with my... why is it... I can't think of anything tonight. It's killing me. What the hell is that? My old crappy helmet that I had at first. The name of which escapes me, but I've upgraded to the Climb, which is much lighter, and I'm glad I did, but I'm also glad I waited as long as I did, because I wouldn't want to spend that much money until I was sure I was going to ride a lot.
Yeah.
I have that two-beer nothing that comes to my brain. Or maybe I'm just old and dumb. I don't know.
Ow! A tree stuck through his hand. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's something you don't forget.
Is that what hand guards are for, or what?
Gloves?
The actual hand guards, because the glove would go, like, the stick would go straight through a glove.
Well, not your armor part.
Oh,
I guess is what I was thinking.
I guess it depends on what part of his hand it went through.
True. Maybe you fell on it. That makes more sense.
Oh, have I decided which helmet I'm going to take on the ride across the country? I'm probably going to take the black GT930. I can't imagine doing a big cross-country trip without the modular. I just can't. So it's probably going to be the GT930. I need to do 1 or 2 more rides with it first before I make a final decision. So if you see me in the AT950, don't be surprised.
Modular is nice when you stop and talk to your camera, I bet.
Yeah. Totally, except for the squirrel cheeks. How was the DCT? I really enjoyed riding the Africa Twin. I was in love with it. Don't tell Honda, but I was just a little bit disappointed that I didn't get to ride like the standard. They only had the Super Sport for me to borrow, and I would really like to get to ride the standard because I feel like it would be a totally different ride because there's like extra 3 gallons of gas in the top end on the Super Sport, and I feel like it would handle totally different.
Yeah, having ridden Duck Fans Adventure Sport, it is a different animal than the regular Africa Twin.
But I had a blast. I did not make a review video because I didn't feel like I had enough time with the bike in order to like make my standard of a video talking about that bike. But secrets I'm going to reveal on Dork on the Road's live stream right now is that Honda is going to let me borrow an Africa Twin when I get back from the cross-country trip.
Sweet.
For a little while. So I'm very excited about it.
I'm not at all jealous.
It's probably going to be another Super Sport, and it probably will be another DCT, but I'm over the moon about it right now.
Yeah, you get a real test in on it.
Yeah.
Put some miles on it.
It's totally different. I'm like, partially I was glad that they had the DCT while I was there in LA because like trying to figure out how to handle that massive beast in traffic and then also having to deal with shifting and that kind of stuff would have been a whole thing. So the DCT kind of removed that obstacle while also getting used to a very large motorcycle that was very tall for me.
Yeah, I could barely get my foot down on the... I actually got... When I was riding Duck Fans, you know how on the edge of the road is a little bit of a curve where, you know, it goes into the gutter or whatever, and I could not get my right foot down to put the kickstand down.
Yeah.
It was that tall for me.
Yeah, I had to slide way over to get the foot down, and it's a whole thing. But I had a blast, so I'm very excited about it. You want to ride my AT Standard? Thank you, Beards. You're amazing.
And he's got a spare, so he doesn't care if you wreck it.
I think he would still care.
I probably would. Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty laid back. He might not care. What do you think? Should we do another giveaway?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I can go get a beer, and if you need another drink,
Ooh,
I can mix you another one.
Fresh suspension. That's fancy.
All right, exclamation point enter. Do you need a refill?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it easy on you because you're driving eventually.
Thank you.
Yes.
I did bring the truck camper specifically, so.
That's true. Roll in.
Did you mention tonight if you are attending the TourTech Rally this year? New rider here from BC, looking forward to attending. Alex, are you asking me or are you asking Dork? I don't know if I'm attending TourTech this year. I'll have to ask Dork when he gets back. Let's see. The AT Adventure Sport went over on the kickstand is taller than I am at the mirror. Wow. Yeah, it's a tall beast. Yeah. Wonderful. Adventure Navi. I haven't done that yet, no. Excellent. Ryan, will I please go to the Giant Loop ride? Okay, are you asking me directly or are you asking Dork? Well, I guess you're not asking Dork because of course he's going to the Giant Loop ride. I don't know. I don't even know what the dates are. You know, I have like things that I already agreed to do for this year, right? going to talk terrible things about Dork while he's gone. I don't know if you met me, but I know that I'm a little bit mean sometimes, but I'm not that mean. A few of the people who went to Rocky Mountain Roll can attest to I can be a little bit brisk sometimes. What's your shortest but most satisfying adventure? Shortest. That is a very excellent question. I don't think that I've actually done a whole lot of trips that are shorter than a week.
It's great. You'll love it. The ending in particular. We're watching Infinity War, and my wife's friend has never seen it, so...
Oh my god, really?
I shouldn't have said how depressing it was very loudly a second ago.
Is there a good campground in eastern Montana? Heck yes, Paul. Go to Medicine Rock State Park. It's incredible. Do it. Or Makoshka. That's also beautiful. It's in Glendive. You'll have a lot more access to services. Medicine Rock State Park is in the absolute middle of nowhere, so there will be no services, so I hope that you're self-sufficient. But both of those are eastern Montana, middle of nowhere.
Are they trying to get you to go to Giant Loop? Mm-hmm. You should go.
I told you, I don't know if it would be weird.
It's not weird. It's not weird. And no one cares. No one cares. Going to an event from one company doesn't mean that you don't like the other company.
I know.
Or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Eric. He can be very specific about things.
Yeah, just don't come for free if it bothers you. Like, pay, and then you don't have to feel weird. That's good. I always just check. So even though I know people aren't going to care, I always like to ask the question. So I get that.
I'm drinking whatever Dork gave me.
I invented it, whiskey cola. Actually, diet. I didn't ever ask you if you were down with diet or not, but that's all I have.
That's fine. I'll live with it for right now. I didn't bring my own Coke, so I can't expect you to have what I want.
It's true. Although if you told me, I would have gotten it for you. Bro,
yay! Jeff's going to Rocky Mountain Roll.
Everyone's like, the thing's still going. I know! It was running the whole time I was in the bathroom. I've been back 2 minutes. In their defense, I forget all the time, so... B. Swanson, you're a winner. You won stickers. Email me at dork@dorkandtheroad.com. I need your address. Yeah, that's okay. Good point, Ryan. If you think Amanda should go to Giant Loop Ride, type yes in the chat.
Okay, wait. But if you type yes in the chat, you have to be willing to pay for my ticket.
Dude, don't talk shit, because if I literally was like, all the donations for the rest of this stream go to paying for Amanda's ticket, we would pay for your ticket. People would do it just to see you there.
My ABB 360 put a deposit down on Navi because of me.
Oh, see? You're an influencer. Isn't it great how these manufacturers give us commissions when we sell bikes for them?
Ha. I wish.
You know how many KLRs I've sold?
Do you know how many CD Fender X's I've sold?
A lot. There's not a lot of people making content on those.
Anyway, my ADV, I hope that you have a blast in the Navi. It's going to be awesome. I had a blast on it. I wanted one by the end of it, for sure.
All these yeses.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm so surprised. I'm shocked.
Oh, see, so... No.
They're just trying to help you out. Ryan will chip in. He'll sponsor you. Your trip could be sponsored by Custom to You / Razor Pros.
I should have made it better. It should have been like you had to vote with money.
We should get we should make it. Here's what we'll do. We'll make a fundraiser shirt. Ryan will make a get out and be excellent to each other shirt. And then all the proceeds will go to paying for your trip.
Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Bob wants to know how much a ticket is.
It's 300 something, but it's all your meals are all included, and your camping and entertainment. You get to watch me. I don't know if I'm presenting or not, but I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I did last year. I have to present at Touratech, so I will have something. I might as well do it at Giant Loop too.
Ooh, that's a good question. Timothy asks, what suggestions can you two give to someone that's a very seasoned road touring person, but just starting out doing off-road and adventure style riding?
That's a great question. You know who's really good with advice on that one? McLovin, because he's an expert street rider who sort of translated his skills. And based on my experience riding with him, I will tell you that not everything translates, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's a weird mix of you're very confident with the machine and you can, do the stuff without thinking, but at the same time it's an entirely new skill set. So take it easy would be my advice. But get out there and do it. But gravel roads are your friend. You can explore and see a lot of really cool stuff and not really get into anything difficult. And then as you get more comfortable, work your way up from there.
Yeah. That's excellent advice. I didn't think about starting ADV. I started ADV on my 1980 Suzuki GS850 with frozen rear shocks. Okay, I was pretty much off-roading on a hardtail, and I didn't know it. I didn't know any better. I just did it. You start out easy, do what feels comfortable. If you feel like you're going to die, maybe turn it around.
Or slow down. It's not as scary as you will build it up to be in your head. I definitely thought I could not take my Versys on any gravel roads or anything because of the street tires, and that was wrong. I definitely could have gone on many or most of the logging roads that I go on now with that bike. You just got to take it easy. And the other thing is, it's wobbly. On the street, everything's pretty solid. On the gravel, you're getting this. But just let it do it, because if you tighten up and fight it, that's when you get into trouble.
Yeah, inevitably, if there's gravel on the road, your front tire is going to find its own line, and you need to let it do that. If you're gripping the bars too tight, that's how you break your wrist, like I did. Chris is right. Take a class, find a buddy who will hang out with you off-road and have fun. Chris is right.
But the right buddy. Don't go with someone that's going to expect you to keep up with them and their skill. Somebody who's going to be patient and understand that you're still learning and not push you out of your comfort zone.
Yes. Somebody wants to know when the Giant Loop Ride is.
First weekend in June.
Okay. I think that I can make that. Let me just look at my calendar.
There's no major conflicts with other ADV events that I'm aware of. Touratech is 2 weeks later.
Oh, but Bro East is happening that weekend.
East?
Yeah.
You know Giant Loop's in Oregon, right?
Just saying. You said it. Cheers. Thank you, Kevin.
Cheers. Thanks, Kevin. You rock star.
You haven't missed anything. We're still here.
Yeah. This is a 2-hour deal, bro. Generally. It's only half over. It's only getting good because buzzing.
Dave, my sassy answer to you is that I stopped paying attention when they moved it from Africa.
But it's still called Dakar?
Yes.
That makes sense. I saw that guy that hit the other guy on the motorcycle. That wasn't cool, but...
Oh, yeah, the guy in the truck
who
smashed into the bike.
I honestly would like to get more into it, but I have no idea where to even see things.
Isn't it on Red Bull TV?
Like on the internets?
Yeah.
I have to watch the internets?
Yeah, you have to watch the internets.
Oh, but I'm so busy making videos all day.
This is true.
I could have it on the background, I guess. Actually, you can't when you're making videos.
No. It's such a pain in the butt. Not only am I making videos for myself, but I'm also editing videos for somebody else, so double the duty.
Yep, when you're good, people pay you to do the thing.
Yeah. I used to edit videos for Tim, FDA. That was really fun. I loved editing his videos.
That's okay. Here's a good question. So, if you were going to hire someone to edit your videos, what makes it easier for them? What kinds of things make it easier on an editor to put together a decent video for you?
Well, first off, it depends on the style of video. If you're talking about a vlog versus a talking head video, talking head videos are super easy to edit as an editor because everything is there and pretty much in order. For vlogs, it's much easier. If you are the person who lived it, you already know what the story is. Mm-hmm. So if you should give the editor a ... of the key points that are important to you for the story. Because you as a person who lived through it, and know the kind of story that you're going to pull out of it versus somebody else who's watching it from the outside could pull a totally different story out of it. So that's very important.
There's Dan from Giant Loop inviting you to the Giant Loop ride. My guess is we could get you a discount if we had a little conversation behind the scenes. I don't want to speak for Dan, but all you'd have to do is, post that you were going, and I think that would be helpful.
Oh, Zerny's here. Hi.
Wandering Turtle, the guy got a 5-minute penalty was what I heard.
Yeah, he didn't. There was not enough punishment, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, they're still investigating, right, or something? That was a couple days ago.
Especially, there is footage of the event.
Right. There's no denying it.
Yeah, DRZ, editing is definitely an uphill battle for a lot of people. I have been editing videos since middle school, so it's kind of second nature for me.
I'm entirely self-taught, and I'm sure I have some really bad habits. But I've gotten to the point where I know enough keyboard shortcuts. I don't have to use the mouse, which has doubled my speed easily. My wife comes up and watches me edit. She's like, what the hell are you doing? Which is nice, because, man, clicking and deleting things used to take me forever.
Yeah. Steve, I do still have the CB Fighter X. The sad thing is that I have the 2016, so it doesn't have the nice big wheel that the 2019s and newer have, but that's fine.
That's a nice upgrade.
And unfortunately, did you know that you can't take the forks off a 2019 model and put it in a 2016?
That doesn't surprise me. They want you to buy the new one.
Very annoying.
Yeah.
But I did meet somebody at the South Dakota Get on ADV Fest who took the front, I'm sorry, I'm very excited. Took the front end off of a WR250 and put it on a CB500X, and then took the rear shocks off of a Gixxer. And it looks awesome.
That is a Frankenstein bike.
It is so cool.
So, build series coming soon on As the Mapgie Flies.
I have to find a wrecked WR250 where the front end is still intact.
So I should take Duck Fan trail riding.
But how do you destroy the rear end but not
So
the
maybe
front?
a big drop that we hit at speed. I'll have to how to set that up. I'll just hit it with my truck. Or I'll just ran into it.
Back up into it and be like, oh no!
Oh, dude! I know who will buy that total bike from you.
Oh, compression fracture of the spine.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm over here dealing with a bruised tailbone and being a baby.
Oh.
I don't even know, man. That sucks.
Yoga.
Good pain meds. I recommend drinking heavily, but I recommend that for everything.
Not for healing. I would not recommend the alcohol for the healing.
No, as long as you stay put. Don't get up.
I also use Premiere Pro. You can do most of your editing with short keys. I highly recommend just doing a bunch of YouTube searches for efficiency in Premiere Pro, and they will give you lots of beautiful shortcuts. It really does help.
I would like to switch to Premiere Pro, but I feel like I know Vegas too well now, and I don't want to relearn. And I did try to use it, and things were very different, and I just went back to Vegas because I'm so much faster.
Can you color correct in Vegas?
No, I don't even know how, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, right. I know. It is ridiculous that I get paid to make videos. Somebody hired... Sorry, Dan, I know you're in here. Fortunately, my whole aesthetic and it all works, which is great because there are things I just don't know how to do.
Bob, they drink then sleep. Just come over in the dark and get all the parts you want. Yeah, they'll know it's me, though. It's on the internet now.
Well, don't make a video about it.
Well, it's on the stream.
Nobody watches this.
There's 171 people in here right now. They're a witness.
Motocamp Nerd is the guy to ask about camp stoves. That's true. He's got you. Big fan of my Jet Boil, personally. Case of Coors Light. Yeah, you can make, actually, just a sterno or a little alcohol and a can of Coors Light. You could do it. Cook on that.
Just know before you start it how to put it out.
That's kind of important. What you need is a Pacific Northwest manta ray full of water immediately nearby.
That's not how you put out an alcohol stove. Oh my god.
Well, you just drink it. I was thinking if it's spread, whatever. You guys don't actually... The name is Dork in the Road, not Expert in the Road. You got that, right? Baking soda.
But no.
Smother it.
Yes. You're supposed to have a separate can that's larger than the alcohol stove so you can put it over the top of it and cut off all the oxygen to the flame. That is how you put out an alcohol stove. For the record, I am here for educational purposes.
Mm-hmm. This is a bit we worked out ahead of time. She's like, I want everyone to think I'm really smart. And I was like, ooh, I'll be dumb. I don't even have to act.
Firebox.
I have one. I haven't used it yet. Because every place I could have my firebox, there's a fire pit.
Fireban, also.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I kind of in my head thought I can use this when there's a fire ban for some reason.
No.
But I can't.
Yeah.
So if I can have a fire, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting... It's like for going camping where I can't build a fire pit. That's like the only time I would use it, I feel like.
Which is pretty much all public land that doesn't already have a fire pit well established.
Right, which is why I scout spots that do.
Yeah. Leave no trace. Also, for the record, you can use like a normal isobutane canister stove when there is a fire ban.
You just have to be able to turn it off.
Yes. You have to have a flame that is easily extinguishable, just like that.
Which means propane fire pits are technically okay?
Yes. Depends on the thing.
I would not do it in the woods, but
No.
maybe in a campground where there's a ban and I can put it in the fire pit, I would.
Yes.
Because there's also usually a 20-foot area cleared around it.
Yeah. Also, we're going to do another cleanup. Do you want to do another cleanup with me?
Yeah!
Yeah!
That video did so badly. People were dicks about it. I was mad. I was like, seriously, like, I don't often respond to the trolls. A few people were being dicks, and I was like, I don't get why you're being a dick. You must be a person that litters in the woods.
Yeah. For real.
It was weird, but yes.
But it was a fun time.
No, I had a great time.
The video also did not do well on my channel, but I don't care. It is a message that needs to be talked about more in our community, and not enough people talk about it.
Right,
so.
the 2,000 of you that watched it learned something.
Yeah.
Man, I'm spoiled.
Hi, Karen.
Or 2,000 is a bad video. 2 years ago, I'd have been like, 2,000, yes!
Do you want to know what a bad video is for me?
I look at your videos all the time, actually. If it wasn't for the fact that I put out twice as many videos as of you, you'd have passed me a long time ago. That's what I mean. You engage your community. It's very impressive. The percentage of people, because on the social media, 2% engagement is good.
Yeah.
And you get way more than that.
Yeah.
Based on your subscriber base.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I
People
have
just
wonderful
watch
human
you.
beings who support me. They're amazing. I would not be here without all of you. So thank you. I just hope that I make entertaining content, and that's why you're hanging out.
People in general are not so charitable that they wouldn't watch if they weren't being entertained.
It's true.
So you must have something going on there that works.
They're just in it for all the times that I mess up so they can laugh at me, which is fair.
There are people that mess up way more often than you that they could be watching.
How many subscribers did you have before attempting a live broadcast?
It depends on how much you want to talk to yourself.
That's a good point.
Because there's no minimum number. When I Twitch streamed, I would stream to 2 and 3 people. Mm-hmm. It's just it's very tiring to have to fill all the space yourself.
Yeah. I think, me personally, I would base your choice to stream based off of your average view count, not your subscriber number. If you have an average view count within the first 6 hours of a video, if you get an average of 600 to 1,000 views, then I would live stream. If it's lower than that, then your engagement on live stream might be so low that afterwards you don't feel like it was worth your time, and that's the worst.
I think you can start lower than that just because I only recently got to where I could get 600 views in the first 6 hours, and I've been streaming for a year and a half. But I wouldn't do it if nobody watches.
Yeah.
Because it is exhausting to fill up the time yourself.
Yeah, if people are engaging in the chat, it makes it really difficult to stream.
But there's a flip side too, because when I've got 200 people, and even now, Like, it used to be, like, when I had 60, 80 people, I could read almost every comment.
Yeah.
And kind of respond and keep the conversation going, and I miss tons of stuff now. I've actually thought about doing maybe some members/patrons live streams. Not to replace this one, but maybe in addition to it. Just because then people would get more attention on their comments and stuff. That'd be fun. I actually really like live streaming. I always get real keyed up about it, and the second I hit the button, it's all good.
Because you're like feeding off of the people's energies is awesome. Before the stream, I was just like, oh my god, are there going to be people? Am I going to be able to talk to them? Are there going to be a ton of trolls?
Is my tech gonna work?
You're in the middle of it, and I'm like, or at least for me, I just like feed off of other people's energies, and they're excited to be here, so I'm excited to be here. That kind of thing.
Right. Well, and the thing to remember is, if you're afraid of people being jerks, is I like to use the phrase, they're yelling into a hurricane and you're the hurricane. Because one, if someone was in here being a dick, there are 155 of you that would not like that.
Yes.
And two, all I got to do is reach over here and that person disappears forever. Most of the time, you guys don't even notice when I do it. I'll see a douchey comment, I'll click over here, I'll be like momentarily distracted, and they disappear forever.
Yeah.
So you have all the power. I know that is something that people get anxious about.
Yeah.
And there are jerks out there, but it doesn't matter because you have all the power.
Yeah.
It's your community. You decide what the vibe is.
Yeah, and you can also get like a trusted friend to be a moderator, so they can delete that stuff before you even see it.
Yeah, that happens a lot with these guys.
Yeah.
And they know what I don't want to see. Because it's not just douchey comments. I also don't want your political opinions in here.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just divisive, and that's not what we're about.
No, we're here for motorcycles.
Yes, we're here to... There's plenty of places to argue and be mad at everyone around you. Let's all talk about the things we have in common and enjoy.
And also, like, I feel like we can have enough arguments just about motorcycles. So that's fun.
Easily. Say something bad about KTMs and see what happens.
Are you going to visit my tent studio for my next live stream? Might be a little tight. I might need a bigger tent.
I could just shout from off camera.
Oh my gosh, did you watch...
Just hand in beers.
Did you watch the one where my mom moderated from the corner of my office and she just yelled at me?
That could be a fun bit.
It was hilarious. It was the best time for me. It was amazing. Because I would just like be trying to keep up with the chat, and then from the corner my mom would yell, "This person asked this question and you didn't answer it yet."
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah. But I actually definitely owe Amanda and Nathan and Chris, I need to go north. I have somehow yet to have done that, and they've come down here plenty of times. So, yeah, I owe them all an appearance or something up north. So.
I think that we're equal right now. I came down here, you went up there, and now I'm coming down there, so you owe me one more up there.
Did I come up there?
For the cook?
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, I guess Tillamook. I think of... That was a hell... Really, that trip, for me, was worth about 3 trips. Considering I had to change a flat on the way. I got some great... I thought I was going to get 1 video total. I ended up getting 3, because just the trip there. I'm so glad I set my camera up. I literally was, so mad I didn't want to. And I just left my helmet cam running and pulled out my other camera, and I got 2 angles of me dropping my bike.
Yes.
So worth it. So worth it.
If you were both motorcycles, what would you be?
What's an old, fat, overweight, slow motorcycle? That's what I'd be. Like a 1980s 650 GS or something.
I don't know.
I'd probably be a KLR, to be perfectly honest. That makes sense to me.
I'm like, have I been riding the CB for so long that that's just what I would be at this point? I don't know. Is that so?
It's half snoring, I think.
I honestly don't know. That's an excellent question.
Motocamping nerd, that's very specific, dude. 1983, what color?
Yes, that's also a good question.
Cheap GPS recommendation?
Your phone!
I was going to say Gaia. You would say Onyx.
Yes.
But you can actually plan your routes and get turn by turn in Gaia. So I like to use both, depending on the situation.
Dang
I know, but it is awful. When I want my GPS to be like, oh shit, I'm lost. How do I get here? And I can plan a route. And Gaia will do that. for you, and use the roads. We used Gaia when we ran into that fire and had to get around it on the BDR route, and it worked really well. So I'm a fan.
Who am I?
It's Brown. What?
Jeff. Who am I?
Who is Amanda?
Yeah.
This is one of the top 100 women in power sports. She's going to be honored with a banquet that I will be like outside peeking into at the AIM show in 2 weeks. This is Amanda from As the Magpie Flies, who you should subscribe to. Why are we not spamming your channel link? Will you guys put her channel link in for me? Mods? I know you know it because you're all subscribers, but Amanda is fantastic, and you should definitely... Sorry, I wasn't actually trying to be a dick. She's rad, and you should check out her channel if you don't know her. That's why she's here.
Yeah!
This is my daughter. She's grown up quite a bit in the last... Mm-hmm. I got her at 225, and she just really sprouted.
That's why I'm fact-checking him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I am younger than you, aren't I?
Yeah, significantly, I'm guessing.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Is it? I gotta tell you, it's hell getting old. Like, I watched Steve Wallace, as you guys know, and he was talking about his 40th birthday party, and I was like, wait. I'm older than Steve Wallace? That was a weird one.
I am significantly younger than you.
Yeah.
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 How is my wrist doing? My wrist is doing great right now because I haven't been writing. It just mostly hurts when there's a pressure change, or if I change an elevation because it gets colder and my wrist swells up really bad.
Does it predict the weather?
Pretty much. Yeah, I get, even just in the house I have been riding, the last pressure change we had because of the weather, I get pins and needles that shoot up my wrist. And it's, there for, a good 5 minutes, and I'm like, why?
Interesting. You make a lot of your living with that right hand.
I do.
Wow. She does ride around and talk to herself. Actually, she doesn't have a mic in her helmet.
No,
she
don't.
Stops and talks to herself.
This is true.
It's not the same.
Oh, thanks, Jay. I'm honored.
Thanks, Jupiter.
Do you have any good teepee creeping stories? I don't know what that means.
I don't ride with those people. We usually pass out. Well, I do, because, apparently no one else drinks the beers and no one tells me, based on our November trip.
I have not done the tat.
I've not ridden a 350. Not a huge... Okay, wait, they weren't all kickstarts, were they? But, they had button start for a couple years. I've seen and been around them. I think they're cool bikes.
Oh, old friends, new roads is... Hello!
What up, old friends?
Yeah!
There it is. Go subscribe to Amanda if you haven't.
Actually,
if you're in here and you have a YouTube channel, please say the words "subscribe to me" in the chat, because we want to share the love. So, Critter and McLovin and Beards is here, old friends, Circus Bear, all y'all.
Oh, Trail Girl. Thank you.
That's cool.
I appreciate that. But don't tell people to go watch it, okay?
That's good.
It's so bad.
It's by your standards today, it's bad, but it's neat to see where we came from. That's why I keep my old stuff around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll never take it down because it literally is my journal. That was the whole point. But I make much better content now.
Dude, old friends, Amanda's in the good chair. I gave her the good chair. That is the chair. No one else has ever sat in it on a live stream before.
And also, this framing is after I made him move the camera, okay? Before he had me framed, the frame cut me off, right here.
To be fair, I only looked at it with me sitting in this chair. I knew you'd have some feedback, so I wasn't worried about it.
I'm glad you knew that I would have feedback.
I'm just really happy you didn't say anything with the lighting.
No, this isn't that bad.
That's good. It did cost me $60 for these Chinese LED lights that are way better than the ones I had before. Way easier to adjust and stuff.
Yeah. I think the lights that I have in the garage now are a set of 80, and they have the big soft boxes though, because I like super soft light.
Well, the old ones have the CFL bulbs with the big umbrella reflectors.
Yeah.
But I can't get enough light out of them.
Oh. Have you tried switching the bulbs with LEDs?
No.
Okay.
I should do that.
Yeah.
Although I like these because I can angle them, and
Yeah.
they're really great for like shooting product stuff on my desk.
I wonder
or
if
on
you
my
got
bench.
like a nice panel sheet, it would disperse your light a little bit more.
That's a good upgrade.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cheap too.
I love cheap.
If I do the chat, it goes within a few miles of our farm. That's cool. That's awesome.
That would be cool.
Oh, thank you, Jess. You're amazing. Do you not offer to Amanda Mr. Puffer? No, I do not smoke Mr. Puffer. Thank you, Mark.
Whatever happened to my brother in the Chinese bike? He never rode it again. He has not ridden it since. He's ridden his 500X. My brother has 500X too. 2019?
Of course,
Red one.
he's got the bigger wheel.
Yeah. I rode it home for him, so I made a test ride video on it. Because he didn't have his license yet. He hadn't gotten it.
Yes.
But he has not. I think he ordered new forks for the Hawk, but he hasn't put them on. And then he moved to Umatilla, so I can't even help him. So.
That's a ways away.
Yeah.
I drive through there every 3 months, though. I go home a lot. The pilgrimage was okay. The pilgrimage was a hot mess in reality. But hot messes are entertaining.
It's real though. That's the thing. Like, it's the kind of thing that proves that you don't need all the stuff and all the things. You don't need to know everything, and you don't need like some people will get so wrapped up in I need every single piece of adventure gear, and no, you just need to do it. Yeah. Just do the thing.
For the record, though, I did invest in a much better tent than the Walmart tent that I had before that, and I still recommend investing in a proper tent. A Walmart tent was fine for like the first 2 trips, but you should really get a better tent.
Yeah, I would second that. They're not waterproof and they don't last.
They just are not good tents.
It's great for camping out of your car twice a year.
Yeah. But if you're in I have said my piece.
I can't believe how much more. Well, here's the thing. My Gunnison cost me $130. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not even expensive, and it's a really nice tent.
Yeah. The tent that I did the pilgrimage on, I think, was $200 retail at the time, and I got it for $170 on sale at Black Friday. And it was worth every penny. Thank you, Beards. What software do you use for editing videos? I use Premiere Pro, and so should you. Don't listen to him.
No, seriously, because when you hear my reasoning, it's not even reasoning. It's a reason. It's not reasoning. I got Vegas Pro 15 for $20 in a Humble Bundle. That's what I'm using.
And if you can't afford the subscription to Adobe Premiere, which is fine, DaVinci Resolve is a free editing platform that is like a sister platform, essentially Premiere Pro. It's so similar, like it's crazy. So if you can't afford the Adobe subscription, or you don't want to do that, that's fine. Do DaVinci Resolve. Like, Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut, anyway, are the main industry leaders for editing software. So, like, if you get to a point, like whatever, a couple years down the line, and you're getting good at like, editing videos and that kind of stuff, if you, like, do brand partnerships or something like that, or if you end up editing videos for somebody else, if you start in those programs, you'll have way more, like, a whole nother foot in the door than you would if you started with a cheaper program.
You're building another skill set that is marketable separate from your YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
I actually have a drone. I just never charge it and take it with me. Or I want one that'll actually track me. It's annoying that I can only use it when I'm standing still. I don't ham at camp because I can't sleep on my back. So I might as well just stand up all night.
Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom now.
Okay, it's literally straight through that door.
Don't make fun of me, please.
Is that what was happening when I was gone?
No, they asked me to, and I didn't.
Oh, see, they're so nice. They're so predictable, is what they are. Oh, Karen, that's a great question. I'm gonna go right to the second part. Go watch my top secret Wobder camping spot video, and you'll know what the worst meal I've made is. I went on like a 10-minute rant about how bad the Mountain House, what was it? Chicken fried rice, which I thought would be good, but it was not good. Not good. Thanks, Paul. Desert Dave, Amanda would agree with me on this. We've both switched to the DJI Osmo Action because the GoPros have given us so much trouble. My GoPro crashes all the time, or I'll lose audio. So I've switched to the Osmo Action. I'm still getting it dialed in, but it works when you hit the button, and my GoPro doesn't always work when I hit the button. Active trap, that's good. I like that. I can't believe how calm Trixie's being. She's just chilling. Did you make a new friend, Trixie? This is my wife's dog, Trixie. Yeah, I would love to get a Skydio too, but I'm not at drop $1,000 at the moment. And it doesn't do the other stuff as well. That's what sucks, is like I really would need to carry both. Because the DJI is way better at static stuff. I have a Mavic Air, but the Skydio is so much better at the tracking. Oh, Robert, come on. I literally never recommend non-Japanese bikes, so of course it's going to be the KLR. And it's a third the cost, so... You get 3 KLRs for the cost of a Pan America. It's a fun bike, but my estimation, unless you're a really good rider, like a really skilled rider, that is a street bike that you can take off-road. It's very fast and fun to ride on the street, but for me, it doesn't feel like an off-road bike. I'm sure it's capable, it's just heavy. So I like a less heavy bike for my off-road riding, personally. Notice your last bike first impression review didn't have the wind crackling noise. Which bike? The 300X? I got it ironed out because actually this is a trick that Beers, Bikes, and Camping figured out, but you put a volume control in line and you can turn it down and it'll reduce some of the peaking, but the problem I think is my helmet, it's pretty loud, so I'm not using a lot of on-bike highway speed footage. What's up, Eddie? Of course, Scud. That's the only... I have a whole rant, a whole video about how Bud Light people are bad people, Coors Light people are good people. No one, you're not wrong about that, Errata.
At least somebody's excited that I'm back.
I know. Everyone was like, Trixie's like, where did Amanda go?
Trixie, can I sit down? Thank you. Did you make fun of me?
No, I did speak for you, though, because someone asked about action cameras, and I said we both hate our GoPros and switched to Osmos.
Yay!
Because losing footage when it's your job sucks.
For real.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to make myself a drink.
Oh, okay, I'm taking over now.
Entertain the people.
Haha!
Now you can make fun of me, it's fine. You're in my house, it's only fair.
Hello, beautiful people. Rusty, I appreciate the sentiment, but I actually don't drink beer. I'm sorry. I am a whiskey lady, and that is what I drink. I have a relatively new YouTube channel. What suggestions do the two of you have for growing your channel? Be consistent. Set an upload schedule and stick to it. I don't care if that's like once a month. I don't care if that's every other week. Once a week, it tends to be a little bit better for your growth. But set a schedule and stick to it. If you're worried about keeping up content, like make a backlog of content 3 to 4 weeks out and then start posting every single week. Consistency is so important to growing your channel because people need to know that if they subscribe to you, that you're gonna be back, you know, like, and it's really good if you do your channel art so that your schedule, for your upload schedule, is on your channel art. So if they go to your main channel page, they know when you're going to be uploading next, especially if you're new at it. And make sure that you also engage with other people's work. Make sure you're watching other people's content in the niche that you want to be in and engaging, commenting. Don't be spammy about like, check out my channel. Don't do that, but just genuinely engage in other people's work as well. Because this is a huge community and, you know, chances are if you like comment on somebody else's stuff a lot and on the regular, they'll get intrigued and they'll check out your channel, those kinds of things. But for one, I would start with consistency. Tons of bees. Right now, I have a very soft spot for, oh wow, the name just left me. It's, oh my god, it just left. It's a whiskey that's essentially like an old-fashioned in a bottle. Like it has the orange bitters and everything in it, so it's like straight up just an old-fashioned already in the bottle once you pour it out.
It's the longest modern movie ever, yeah. 3.5 hours.
Rock and Rye, is that what that is? The one that's like essentially an old fashioned in a bottle?
I have no idea. I only drink whiskey.
I don't remember what it's called.
And I pour it into things, and that's when I get my mixes.
Well, because I like it, because it's already a drink. Like, it's already essentially, because it's got the orange bitters and everything in it already, and like rock sugar, and it's so good.
See, I mostly just drink 2 ingredients. My maximum.
I can't remember what it's called.
Can you see my bottle of High West right here? Right there. That's High West. That's the bourbon, and the rye's right next to it.
What do you do in the wintertime with content? I make garage talking head videos.
That's what I'm doing. I actually want to get out and camp.
Slow and low. Paul knows what's up. Yes. Sorry, continue.
And, but hurting myself screwed that up a little. But lots of talking head videos. I make the videos that I always said I would make when I went full time, and then I just spent so much time going on trips that I only made trip videos all summer. Mm-hmm. Like the ones that, have keywords and will get views.
Yeah.
Like I started doing those in the winter because I have to sit here and talk to the camera and make them.
Yeah.
Actually, Wednesday's video is a rebuttal to a video from another YouTuber who I talked to, and he's cool with it. But Adventure Daily made a video called Why You Should Not Buy a DRZ in 2022. And I made a video responding to it entitled Why You Should Buy a DRZ in 2022.
Oh, but you were nice enough to ask if it was okay. Oh, you're nice.
Of course. I knew we would say yes. That's
Yeah.
not the first time we've talked to each other, but... And it's not like a you're an idiot video. It's basically I'm agreeing with all of his points and disagreeing with his conclusion.
Yeah, no, when I make anger response videos, I don't say that it's in response to somebody specific, but I am very angry about it, and I feel very strongly about my opinion, and just if you know, and if you don't, that's fine.
Well, and that's what I would do if it was met, but this is just a friendly counterpoint kind of thing. Another angle to consider.
Actually, a lot of my better educational videos are in direct response to somebody saying something not correct in a video.
Oh, so you'll have a lot to say. You'll make a bunch of videos based on what I've said tonight. We're giving you so much content ideas right now.
Somebody asked me if I had new artwork in the work. I have to finish the poster for Rocky Mountain Roll 7, so that's coming soon. Mom has already given me a deadline of February 1st, so that will be happening. I'm also working on the artwork for the Women's Motorcycle Show for 2022, so that's coming soon. Yeah, and I also have another commission that I'm working on, but I can't talk about that right now.
But eventually we'll see it.
Yeah.
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 McLevin, I'm not going to make a 690 video because everyone gets so butthurt when I test ride KTMs. They are the worst comments, no kidding. And it's not you guys. I know it isn't you guys. It's never names I recognize. People come in, they're surprised I don't say it's the most perfect motorcycle ever, and they get real butthurt. Mm-hmm. But only on KTM videos. It's so weird. I say bad things about every bike I ride. I really, purposefully... First impressions, pros, cons, final conclusion. I try to do it all. And, for some reason, that 390 video in particular. And what's crazy is I didn't say anything different than what Ryan Ryan F9 said. Mm-hmm. Literally, the things that he didn't like was what I didn't like. The foot pegs were weird and whatever. But people were just, not happy.
Feminine Tomboy, the whiskey is slow and low. Literally slow and low. It's so good. Does your DJI camera fit all your GoPro mounts? So, it still has the two little feet on the bottom, so it fits all those things, but you'll have a different housing for the camera itself.
So it's all my old GoPro mounts.
It's so dark.
I know. It's because of the light is way back here. But it's more like the Hero 7, where you just have to put it in the shell. So you just swap in the shell. That doesn't help at all.
Oh, it doesn't. No. Okay.
Anyway, there it is. There you go.
We tried.
Yeah. This is my favorite part on my new helmet setup. The battery on the back. It's so much nicer. This helmet's so much less uncomfortable. I got that from Beards.
How heavy is that battery pack?
It's not too bad. It really balances out with the camera,
weight,
actually.
yeah.
It's not bad. It makes a light helmet not so light, but...
I did do the chase on the 2 wheels thing, so now I have a Tascam recorder on the back of my helmet and then the thing. So I'm trying that next. I don't know.
Well, I would love to have a really long conversation with you about how you sync your audio, because it is a pain in the ass for me, and I finally gave up on it.
Just start using Premiere Pro already, because I have a workaround for that, but it probably won't work in Vegas.
But I have to relearn. Like, the timeline is completely different. I actually I have a subscriber who is a high school teacher who had like a group license for it, and so he added me to it. And so I downloaded it and was going to try it, and then it just sort of stopped working. But I got so intimidated at first anyway, because I was like, if I edit a video in this, it's going to take me 3 times as long. It's like starting over. I would like to learn it.
Yeah. The only way to learn it is to use it.
I suppose I could take a class and not try to learn everything from scratch.
That's also true. There's lots of classes on Skillshare. Like, you can get a free trial from all the bazillion of YouTubers that are sponsored by Skillshare. I wish I could get that money.
I start making classes for them.
Y'all know when I've made it, when I get sponsored. Like, I can do sponsorship deals with Skillshare.
Yeah,
that's when I know that I've made it.
Epidemic Sound and
yeah.
NordVPN, I guess. I don't know. They seem to sponsor everybody.
I did get reached out to by Epidemic Sound to do sponsored stuff for them, but like their requirements in order to do sponsorship with them is steep.
That surprises me, because I thought Catherine Manning. You ever watch her? She does multiple video sponsorships for them, and it seems like she just throws it in at the 8-minute mark.
Yeah.
Which seems like most sponsors would not be into. But
I meant like the back end paperwork side. Yeah.
I've had some interesting ones where they want, and it makes me sad for smaller or people that don't know, where they want things like exclusive rights to your likeness in your video.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you're not even paying me. I'm not. Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah.
No. Like, I can't remember what the product was. I would totally rat them out right now if I could off the top of my head. But I remember, it was a battery-powered compressor, which I thought was a great item. A little, it's like a battery charger pack, but it's a compressor, which is perfect for us and what we do. Mm-hmm. My audience would be very interested in that item. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? You don't even have to pay me. I just want one so that I can use it and share it with my audience. And they were like, cool, sign this thing where we get exclusive rights to all the content you create to use forever. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Mm-hmm. That seems like more like something we should be talking about, a paid sponsorship. And they're like, oh, well, sometimes we work into those with people. And I was like, I'm out, thanks. I would rather pay the $80 and buy the damn thing than give up the rights. Because, like, what if in a year I make it super big? Yeah. And suddenly you got... No, that's just not how it's done. Mm-mm. Like that, maybe it sounds arrogant, I don't know, but it's just not how it's done.
Like, it can be common to, like, sign the rights to that specific video so that they can use it in other advertising on the internet, but that's a monetary sponsorship. Yeah. You have to pay money for that.
Yeah, it's an implied endorsement from me forever.
Yeah.
And you want that for free?
Mm-mm. Or for a product. For a product. It's not free. It's still sponsored content because it's product promotion. And
then that same company reached out later and was like, we just want some generic video clips of people using it and we'll pay you a couple $100s. And I was like, you're going to take these clips and make them into ads that you're going to run forever. Yeah. And my audience is going to see it and think I'm endorsing this product. And you're not going to pay. No. I just feel like that's not how it's done.
Have you made a media kit yet?
No, I started one several times. That was one of the things I used to do at my old job. Work on stuff like that when I had nothing else to do. And now I work on my actual content. I need to do that.
It's important. And so, like, when all of those annoying people, like, email, would you like to partner? You just straight up send them the media kit up front. And be like, this has my rates for all these different kinds of content that you would like from me. And then most of the time it cuts out the conversation right there. You have to waste time on them.
Yeah, I do have a generic response letter now that I send to. Yeah. Like, if you want to send it to me, it might show up in a video. If you want it to definitely show up in a video, these are my rates. Yeah. And that's worked a couple times. And frankly, it's not worth my time anymore. It just isn't. Yeah.
I normally don't respond unless I recognize the brand.
Yeah, and if your email is full of misspellings and bad grammar, I'm not even. No, I know that you're probably trying to scam me.
Super Dog Frog depends on the camera that I'm using, of whether or not I record the audio separate. Paul, I use Epidemic Sound for my music.
Oh, Big Richard Zugi. Big is relative. I never thought I would be doing this full time and be able to quit my job, and I'm doing that. So, yeah, you never know what's possible. Both of us do this full time, for the record. Neither one of us has a channel with 50,000 subscribers. So.
I mean, like, that depends on your definition of make it big. I'm just happy that I can support myself.
Exactly. That was always my goal.
Yeah.
And, you know, our niche is small, but to be well known within it is still quite an accomplishment.
And, like, especially in the motorcycle industry, like, the most important thing is engagement. If people are watching you and listening to what you have to say, that is so much more valuable than a generic vlogging channel that may get 50,000 views, but, like, their comment section is only 100 people. Like, that's not worth money to brands. So, yeah.
Right. What you offer is, well, what they're paying for is your reputation, which is why you don't take sponsorships from companies that people will have a negative result. That's all I'm saying. Which is why I work with Motocamp Nerd.
Because Motocamp Nerd's awesome.
This is Rockstar.
I would also just like to say that the only reason that I was able to quit my job last year when I got my ulcer was because of my patrons. So to all my patrons who are in the comment sections, I've seen quite a few of you. Thank you so much, and you're incredible. Thank you for letting me prioritize my health. You're incredible human beings.
I would second that to my patrons and channel members. I don't have as many as you, so I had to get Giant Loop to pay me too. But it is a big piece, so thank you all. You pay for my adventures, which is why I'm able to do them.
Yeah. Thank you for being here, Jeff. Have a wonderful night.
Are you a troll, Big Richard? I will happily ban you if you're a troll. I will not hesitate. So please, if you're a troll, just let me know and save me the time. This is more attention than I give most trolls, so I'm having some faith in you at the moment that you're not a terrible human being. We'll see. Oh, you're already gone. Look at that. Oh, man. It's almost like my mods take care of me.
Are gear reviews a good way to grow your channel? It can be searchable content, yeah. I would say that gear reviews of bigger brands are more valuable than gear reviewing lesser known Chinese knockoffs, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. Reviews were always hit or miss for me early on. But it's the kind of thing that maybe doesn't do as well at first, but is searchable and is more evergreen.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely, like, a good tactic to put in between. Like, if you're just trying to make vlogs and you're just starting out, it's going to be really difficult to grow. Because it's going to take a while, unless you're, like, incredibly entertaining and you already have a lot of experience creating videos. Because everybody has, like, a steep hurdle when they start creating content about, like, figuring out what your style is going to be, what your voice is, and, like, figuring out what your pace needs to be to keep people's attention. So starting out with vlogs is really difficult to keep people's attention until they get to know you and that kind of stuff. So making gear reviews or, like, topical videos that are evergreen, as we call them, that are searchable, that are, like, questions that somebody's going to go to YouTube and just search, like they're interested in buying that thing, they'll come up. And that's why bike reviews tend to do pretty well, because, like, especially if you can test ride new bikes and get on that edge of, like, when a new bike comes out and get it to test ride it. If you can make content like that, that's very evergreen and very searchable. And that will bring people to your channel, but then you still have to do the work to keep them there.
YouTube isn't fair. So
yeah.
If your channel is small, basically your video doesn't get promoted to anyone unless it does well in the first 48 hours. Mm-hmm. And when you don't have a lot of subscribers, your videos don't do well in the first 48 hours because it's just not fair. You and I could put out a video on the same day about the same topic, and I get more views because I have more subscribers. Mm-hmm. So you got to find stuff searchable, especially at first. Mm-hmm. And that's how you build that base and that audience. And then it's easier to then do stuff that's more about you or more vlog style stuff or less. Like, for example, I bought my daughter a motorcycle for Christmas video. That is in no way searchable. Mm-hmm. But it's doing well because I knew that you guys would look at it when it was posted because you'd be interested in that. But I had enough to get the momentum going at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So when you're small, it's good to focus on keywords and then you can branch out more as you get bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I say. Because it's not fair. And it's really frustrating at first to know you're putting out good content, doing your keyword research, and see somebody else who's maybe putting out a video that they made in 5 minutes on the same topic and getting way more views than you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking my wife's dog home with you?
Maybe.
We like this one. You can have my dog.
No, I think my partner would not appreciate that, actually.
Also, your cats would not appreciate that.
I've already asked if I could have chickens, and I said they got no.
Oh,
so
everyone in Portland has chickens.
I know. I want chickens. It's fine. I'll be fine.
Let's do another giveaway, because we've been talking about YouTube for 25 minutes. And not everyone here is a YouTuber.
People are still here.
Yeah.
So.
I know. Basically, I had a conversation that you and I could have had in private that no one else cared about sponsors. But there you go. There's a peek behind the curtain.
People find it interesting.
And I'm learning all this. I did my first paid sponsorship a month ago.
Oh, congratulations!
Learning all this. I was like, thank you. It was the Power Station video.
That's awesome.
And then I got paid to make that shoe deodorizer commercial at the beginning of my yurt video.
Yay!
That was fun, actually.
What you do for image stabilization depends on the camera that you're using. Most action cameras have built-in stabilization, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're using a handheld vlogging camera, like a mirrorless DSLR, make sure that you if it has a removable lens, make sure that you get a lens with image stabilization in it. Most handheld mirrorless DSLRs will have a little bit of image stabilization in the body, but if you're doing handheld, the best thing to do is to shoot at a higher frame rate so that you can slow it down to 24, and then you in Premiere Pro, you can nest that clip after you make it longer or slow it down, and then you can put warp stabilizer over that clip. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. You do need to watch it through because sometimes it can do funky things with the clip if you're moving the camera too much.
Don't use the YouTube stabilization. It is awful.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
It looks really bad.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Boom.
But the action cam GoPro stabilization is really good, and the Osmo's pretty good.
The Osmo is really good.
Yeah.
As long as you don't fat thumb it and accidentally turn off Rocksteady like I did on the Idaho video.
For reference, I do nothing in post with my footage. It's all camera stabilization.
But yeah, I think Jesse Driftwood has an excellent video about shooting handheld with a mirrorless DSLR, and a lot of excellent tips about how to get the most out of your footage handheld without having to have a gimbal. Really excellent. Jesse Drifted is also one of my favorite YouTubers.
There you go. Notice I said her and she didn't say me. I'm just throwing that out there.
My partner texted me, and I read it when I went to the bathroom and said, I noticed that you didn't say Dork.
G Giddy, Tenere 700. But if I could find a Tenere 700, I'd buy it tomorrow. No kidding. It's only 48. There's 174 people in here. Exclamation point enter if you want to win free stickers shipped to your house, including stickers drawn by the amazing Amanda, which are behind me.
Who created your video intro?
Me?
Yes, you.
No, they're not asking me. Literally,
They asked you.
It's a still photo from Excitebike that I edited the Nintendo logo out of, and it zooms out. I made it in the GoPro editor after my first video, and there's 4 different frames. One says Dork, one says Dork in, one says Dork in the, and one says Dork in the road. And it's just a 10-second clip of Excitebike music. So I made it. But, and every time I toyed with replacing it. I made some really cool drone footage videos, all that. Everyone hated it. I get comments on that intro all the time.
It has to be short. You can't make it longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, the other one was short. There's one of me crashing, and there's one that's just a cool drone shot, rising up. But no, I get so many comments on that intro, and I feel like it's a really good sort of... You want to know what this channel is about. In the first 10 seconds, you see, Excitebike, so it's, I just think it works. So I like it. I dread the day that Nintendo finds out I've been doing that.
Oh no.
Because my outro music is also from Excitebike. And I have 500 videos. I would have to go back and edit it out.
Oh god.
So don't tell them. I don't think they care about their 8-bit music, but Nintendo's... They like to decide they're mad about something way after the fact and go after people, like things like modders and stuff. They'll like shut them down 20 years later. It's weird.
Like at your rate of growth, you might want to start thinking of a backup plan.
Well, I have another intro ready. If I get a cease and desist, as long as I don't have to edit my old videos, I'm fine. If I have to edit my old videos, that'd be bad.
Adventure 50, Tim Collins is doing totally fine. Have you went to his channel lately? He did post a video today of a lovely update to explain why he's been semi-absent this year. He has been making videos though, so if you are subscribed to FTA Adventures and you haven't been seeing him in your subscription feed, please go to his channel because he has been making content.
Yeah, I'm not kidding him.
And go and leave him some love in his comment sections because he deserves it. He's a wonderful human being. But yes, he did post an update video, so please go watch that after the stream.
Tim is an inspiration. I like how you threw in after the stream. All right, let's pick a winner. The winner is Jay Shingler. You have to email me at dork@dorkandtheroad.com, and I will send you a sticker pack tomorrow. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the pick winner button again. Wandering Turtle, you've also won a sticker pack, so please email me, dork@dorkandtheroad.com, with your address. I need your address.
Addresses are important.
So much easier when I got my own domain than people trying to understand dorkandtheroad@gmail.com. They struggle with that one.
A dork in the road appears.
Yeah. I couldn't get Dork in the road, so I went with the Pokemon reference. And if you don't get the reference, it's really hard to remember. Well, I mean, technically I only ever do 2 hours. That's the minimum. I'm happy to keep going if you want to, but we can also stop in 4 minutes.
I don't care.
Let's go for a little bit and see how we feel.
There's still people here. They haven't fallen off yet.
This is the most people we've had. So it's like stopping would just be stupid. I wouldn't put it past myself.
Also, I saw somebody who got my calendar. I'm trying to find it again. I can't find it right now, but thank you for buying my calendar. I appreciate you. You're the reason I'm going to be able to ride across the country. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So you're going to edit on the road, right? You bought a laptop and...
I did. I bought a fancy, very, very expensive laptop that it will take me all year to pay off, but that's fine.
Maybe the revenue from your trip videos will pay it off. Need a computer sponsor.
It was overdue. I should have done it last year, and I didn't. But I'm very excited. It meant that I was able to do a decent amount of work from Montana while I was home in December, so that was really cool. But yeah, during especially last May was when I knew that I really needed to get a laptop and that like my little tablet was just like not going to be enough anymore because I was in the middle of Eastern Oregon and I had to amend a contract with one of my sponsors and trying to edit a PDF document on this tablet was just horrendous. It was so bad. And I was like, yeah, this isn't working out anymore. Where is my quilt? It's in the truck, actually, outside. It's in my truck camper. Or is it still in my... Did I take it out? Is it in the office?
You don't know where it is.
It might be in my office up in Portland. Yeah.
John, did you get your Giant Loop registration figured out? So do you edit on multiple monitors at home?
I have 2 monitors.
Because I hate editing on my laptop because I'm so used to having a full monitor for my... I bought this to edit, and I edited 2 videos on it and was like, nah, I'll just edit upstairs.
Do you have a GSI too?
This is a computer. I forgot what it is. It's not a GSI. I forget what it is. Oh, it's Tough Gaming. I forget the brand.
Oh, it's Asus.
Yeah, and I got... It's basically the same as my desktop upstairs, so it's got a 2060 and a... whatever the frickin' AMD chip is that is escaping. The Ryzen 7, I think.
Cheers.
Cheers! So it is just as good as my computer upstairs. It has a little bit less RAM, but I put some in when I bought it.
Yeah, the Asus TUF is the one that I chose to build my new tower out of. But I went for the GSI Gigabyte for the laptop.
Thanks, DRZ, by the way.
Yeah.
So this one will do it. It'll render as fast as my computer upstairs, but it's annoying because I miss my big monitor.
Yeah, tiny screens are hard to edit on.
Especially when you're looking at fine details and trying to...
Yeah.
On a riding video. That's what I should have edited my talking head videos on it. That would have been much easier.
Yeah.
Awesome, John. Glad to hear it. That's me, by the way. When Giant Loop Moto's channel responds to you, that's me. Spoiler alert. Nobody else goes in there anymore.
Somebody said that their bucket list was to camping and road trip with me. Chris, I just want you to know right now, I am a terrible travel companion. You do not want to ride with me.
But you could go to Rocky Mountain Roll and camp with her.
This is true. You can go to Rocky Mountain Roll and camp with me. And I lead the group ride into Farmers Market on Saturday, and then I will tail the group that goes to Missoula. My brother leads that so that I can pay attention to all of you so you don't get yourself hurt.
There you go. So you can ride and camp with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do a multi-day trip with me because you would regret it very quickly.
And I really want to put together a group camp in Oregon at one of the group campgrounds at some point this year, but I need to pick Amanda's brain about liability insurance and things like that.
Yes.
But I think that's doable with some tracks nearby. Because if we do where I'm thinking of, and there are 3 group camps within striking distance of my favorite riding areas, I could put together a route to Wolf Rock, my loop up to Dork Mountain, places so you all could go out and ride those on your own. I wouldn't have to lead rides, which is good because it reduces my liability. And we could all camp at the group camp for a night or 2. So that might happen. I don't know. If that happens, we'll all smoke around the bonfire.
Except for me.
Except for the freaking fire bands. We'll smoke around the video of the bonfire that Beards puts in the fire pit.
Oh, Motocamping wants to know if we edit using proxies.
I don't know what that means, so no. You mean I have someone else edit for me, or no? Okay. Should I?
Okay, that's fine.
I know. I love how much you're all surprised by shit I don't know. Like, you gotta understand, you and I came at this from completely different directions. Like, it is a miracle. I'm basically like a baby that fell ass backwards into mild competence.
The simplified version of what a proxy is like when you're editing large files, normally it's when you have like 4K files that you have to edit because those are huge files, and like in order to reduce the amount of RAM that your processor has to do in order to, or reduce the amount of RAM that your processor has to use in order to just editing the video, you create a thing called proxies, which is just like a 720 normally version of that 4K file.
I've heard of this, yes.
And then you edit in those 720p files, and then when you export it, the program feeds in the 4K file. So you're exporting it at the original resolution, but you're editing at a lower resolution so that it's not so much work for your computer to do.
This is why I only shoot and edit in 1080, because my computer was slow as hell in 4K.
To answer the question, I do not currently use proxies because most everything that I shoot is in 2.7K. But there is a chance that I will be shooting in 4K for the cross-country trip so that I have the option to do something with it for a Moto Film Festival if I wanted to. So that will probably all be proxy edited.
Trixie, I forgot you were there.
Why do I say that you would not like to ride with me? Because I don't know how much of it comes across in the videos, but I do experience a lot of anxiety, and I have a lot of ups and downs, and especially in the middle of a trip, like I am good at problem solving, but I have to have my breakdown first.
It's good that you know that about yourself. Like, that's really healthy to know that. The other thing you need to understand, and maybe I'm speaking for you, so tell me if I'm wrong, but like riding with someone who's trying to film the trip is not as fun. Mm-hmm. It's not that fun.
Yeah.
Camping with me is not as fun as you think it is.
Yeah.
And I try not to be obnoxious about it, but there's shots I have to get, and sometimes we have to do things more than once. And
yeah. Yeah, like definitely, like if you don't have experience trying to record a trip, and if you try to travel with somebody who like that's their whole thing. Cheers.
Thank you, Venture 50. I feel like you have a channel that people should subscribe to based on your name. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I lost what I was talking about.
Filming while
camping.
Yes,
filming. For example, like poor Tara, like that did the Idaho BR with me. We were supposed to have other people who like were supposed to come with, so they could go together, and then I could film and then catch up and like do that over and over again. Unfortunately, she was the only one who went, so she was stuck with me talking to a camera the whole time. And even though I warned her, I don't think that she wholly understood what she was signing up for.
And Amanda is a lot more exacting than I am, but her product is far superior as a result.
So yeah, just like 50-50 of like, it's not super fun to go with somebody who has to record the thing for their job. And also I know that I have anxiety issues, and not a lot of people understand that if something goes wrong, I need to cry about it for a minute and have a hyperventilation moment, and then I will fix it. Like, and not a lot of people have the patience or understand that.
Gotta vent that stress.
Yeah. Fortunately, Chris understands, so I will travel with Chris like all the time.
Oh, you poor people who have camped with me. I at least try to make up for the obnoxiousness with being entertainingly obnoxious, but who knows?
Eric, I have not ridden the Yamaha Tenere 700 yet. I would like to. It hasn't happened yet.
Find me one and I'll ride it, literally buy it, and own it forever.
Jay Cruiser, if you want to do the rainfly dance and always sit up after dark, Amanda is your girl.
I want to point out, by the way, that she was half an hour early. Somebody commented she'll be late for sure.
Actually,
no, she was very early.
I got into Albany like at 5. I hung out at the Panera with Wi-Fi until I thought it was appropriate.
I gotta tell you, I was pretty surprised when you were posting Instagram stories and adding to them. I was like, she isn't driving. So she's either already here or she's gonna be late as hell.
Or she's gonna be late as hell.
Because she hasn't left yet.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. I like riding and camping with you too.
I like riding camp with Chris too.
Yeah, she's incredible.
She's the best. Nathan's fine. I make that joke too much. Nathan is fine. Okay, I just want you guys to know. He's fine. He's great. Okay.
I'm biased because Chris was my friend before Nathan was. Just for the record.
Well, I've ridden with Nathan more times, but... When's Dork building an ADV Vespa? I want to build an ADV Navi. That's like, I think that'd be super fun.
I think you should test ride the Honda ADV scooter.
Yeah, honestly, what I'm going to do one of these times when the weather's a little better, they have the Yuma at Power, and I want to take it on the gravel road, and I'm sure he'd let me. So that's the ride. I know no one's interested in that, but I want to do it, and it could be fun. Because the Yuma comes with Navis.
Oh, it does?
Yes! It's crazy. But yeah, the Honda ADV scooter looks awesome. I bet it's way better than you think it is.
Yes. I think so too.
Oh, that's my wife. I wonder where Trixie went. Yeah, Amanda's taking her. She's Amanda's dog now. Sorry. She's been here the whole time. She hasn't even tried to get up.
An ADV Honda Postie. Is there a Honda Postie though? I think the whole thing about Posties is that they were post bikes in Australia, and I don't think that there are. I don't know. I'm not from Australia.
Navi, I love that. MW, I do not ride my bras because I sold it a long time ago. I just felt weird saying that in public because I didn't pay for it, but I sold it to a college kid in Corvallis who was using it to get back and forth to class, and I gave him a really good deal, so I felt good about it.
Yeah.
He was very excited. And he didn't, he was trying to load it up, and he was really struggling, and I was like, man, do you want me to run it up in the bed for you? And he's like, yeah, that'd be good. And then he strapped it down like on the kickstand, and I was like, dude, I really want to dad you right now, but like, that probably isn't. You'll be fine.
You have more self-control than I do.
Oh, I would have just been
like, let me help you.
I just know I have this know-it-all dickhead tendency, and so I try to repress it, but I was really glad when he turned the corner and hadn't fallen over yet. He made it home because McLovin saw him riding it around when he was working in Corvallis. So he did okay. He managed, but I was I was a little bit puckered for that guy.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he's enjoying the hell out of that thing. It was in great shape. Yeah, Paulie rides his bras like crazy. I had a great time taking that thing out on the trails and beating on it. I just wanted to do it more, but I also knew I wanted to sell it, and I didn't know what condition it would be in if I kept doing it. So, yeah. I'm going to make another. Are you good?
I think so. I got a quarter left.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay, I'm here. I'm taking over. I am the boss now.
Hold on.
Wait. No, I'm the boss.
You're the boss.
Okay.
I'm still naked without.
Oh, I didn't know the CT90 was a post office bike. That's cool. Came out with a new 2020 Trail 125, which looks similar. Yes. Excited for August for the ride-in. Yeah. Excellent. Yes. You know, little bikes are so much fun. That's why I have the moped. It's so much fun. Also, because I was helping my partner would ride it, but he wants a fancier moped. I have to save the money for it. But, yeah. But little bikes are just fun. There's got to be something wrong with you if you can't have fun on a tiny bike. Finally, he's gone. Yep, it's just me and you now. So, about that ticket you're going to buy me. I'm planning my spring early summer ride. How soon is too early for the passes in Idaho? I'm looking at the first week in June. Oh, you'll be fine. Wait, are you talking about paved roads or mountain roads? Paved roads, passes in Idaho, will be fine by June. Actually, I've gone over the passes in Idaho in late March and been totally fine. However, if you're talking about, any of the Idaho BDR route, none of that, or, the high passes on the Idaho BDR won't be open until the end of June. And even then, some of the, higher ones might still be closed. It depends on the snowpack they get that year. So the best bet for, an Idaho BDR or those high passes that are dirt are probably going to be the first week or two of July, and hopefully they don't get fires immediately after the pass opens, because that's what happened last year.
Yeah, how good.
But paved roads in Idaho, the main passes, even Lolo, not Lolo Motorway, but Lolo Pass, I've gone over in late March and been totally fine.
I found my hat.
Oh, I see. I left mine in the truck. You didn't say we were wearing hats.
Dude, that used to be a thing. One of the options on the wheel was change hat. This is my old streaming hat. I used to Twitch in this hat. Do Twitch things and sing country songs.
Let's start an Amanda fund. Well, he's gone. You were too slow. He's back already.
Well, I thought we were funding Amanda's trip to the Giant Loop ride.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
She needs gas to get down there, and she needs the 300-some for the thing.
For the
and she
ticket.
needs gas to get back.
Yeah.
Unless she rides with Nathan and Chris. With her trailer.
Oh.
Which they brought last year. So they might bring again.
Cheers.
Oh, thanks, One Mule Adventures. Now I'm wondering where my other cowboy... Oh, it's right there. I have two.
Oh, okay.
I just remembered. My other straw hat. This is my shitty one that I don't care about. My good one's over here.
Eric, we live about 2 hours apart.
Who does?
You and I.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No.
It took 2 hours to get down here.
It did not.
It did.
Portland is only 70 miles from here.
It's because of traffic, dude.
Where do you live in Portland?
I don't feel comfortable putting that on the stream.
Okay, I just meant which borough, not like Gresham is a pretty broad.
Generally, I live in southeast Portland.
So you're even closer.
This is not a good hat.
It's elastic. No, are you kidding me? I paid $8 for that at Walmart.
This is terrible. Oh, cheers. Thank you,
Thanks, Fix Build Play. This one I bought on a Caribbean cruise because I needed a hat to keep the sun off my neck, and all the other ones were stupid.
I feel like I should just go get my hat.
I should say this is the least stupid. I'm not saying it's not stupid. And it blew off my head on the dock, and I had to chase it, and I barely caught it before it went in the ocean.
Gotta fix this brim.
That thing has been stuffed into suitcases and worn under headphones. I don't know how many times.
Terrible hat.
Oh my god. You know what I love about you is that you'll just say it if you think it. That's my favorite. Not that I would be offended that you think my $8 Walmart hat is shitty, but...
There was a couple people who went to Rocky Mountain Roll this year, and they were asking me, oh, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Uncle Bet. Good thing we kept going.
Thank you. There were a couple people who went to Rocky Mountain Roll this year, and they were asking me questions. And I think specifically Mark asked me a question about, like, what editing program I use, and blah, blah, blah. And I went off on a tangent, and I ripped a hole in a bunch of cheap editing programs. And he's like, wow, tell me how you really feel.
Yeah. You're going to get the truth. Yeah, Ryan says you can camp with him. He has 2 bedrooms in his trailer. His trailer is ridiculous. I literally have had apartments smaller than that thing. It is crazy. You could set your tent up inside it and have room for several other people. He can get 2 4-seater side-by-sides in there. Plus, there's a whole bedroom up front. Plus, like a literally entire bathroom. Yeah. It's crazy.
Karen asked me, how does riding on your own help with anxiety? And for me personally, it's because I'm more anxious if I think somebody else is waiting on me, and I tend to forget things, which, you know, like my water bladder.
I thought it just fell off. You forgot it?
So the problem was that I was at... It wasn't that I was riding with somebody else, it's that I met another rider at the Klarna unit in Central Oregon, and he was talking to me, and he wouldn't leave. I was waiting for him to leave so I could do my final, like, you know, when you get back on the bike, you do your final checks, make everything, like, is locked down, right? And he told me that we were going in the same direction, so I was like, oh, crap, we're going to ride together. Okay. And so I didn't check the water bladder because I had it on with 2 S-hooks, and normally I double check, I tug on them. And one of the S-hooks had come half undone, so only one S-hook that didn't have a lock on it was holding it on, and it was empty, so the wind took it.
But you got a new one, right?
Yes.
Because Motocamp Nerd hooked you up.
Because Motocamp Nerd is amazing. And I also heard that Geared Raven, after I posted it on my Instagram stories, also messaged him and was like, you better replace her.
Oh, it's so good to hear someone else vocalize the anxiety that I have about riding with other people, and like, I just like to do my own thing and take care of them, and it's very anxiety. And I love all of you, and maybe you deal with this too, and maybe we shouldn't talk about this on the stream. But I've had 2 whiskeys and 3 beers. I get a lot of messages from people that are like, we should go for a ride sometime, and like, that terrifies me.
Yeah.
I don't, and I'm sure you're all amazing people. Like, every time I meet you guys, it's fantastic. I just prefer to do it in a setting where I'm expecting it, and it's like, that's the purpose of it, right? Yes. Like, so Giant Loop Ride, I love meeting all of you, right? But there is something to be said, and this is not me saying it about anyone specifically, but I'm reluctant to go out and ride in the backcountry off the grid with people I don't know.
Yes.
Like, I don't...
That's just a safety thing.
Right. Well, and it's not that I think you're going to attack me. It's that I don't know how you're going to react in an emergency situation. Yeah. Because I don't know you.
That's true.
And you may not see things or want to do things the same way that I do. Holy crap. Thanks, Critter. Yeah, let me know if you get within $28 Canadian of the money you need to get there, and I will actually minus the 30% that YouTube's going to take. Hate that.
But yeah, 100%. And because I love, I worked for Harley Davidson for 2 years. I ran the events. I essentially led or swept all the grip rides the 2 years that I was there. And I loved that because I love organizing events like that. And because it's like a planned thing, you know? Yeah, just riding with other people gives me a lot of anxiety. They're just
I just want to meet you first and get the vibe, and
yeah,
it helps if it's someone that I know or someone that I know knows.
Yeah.
And I think that is not a YouTuber thing, that's a rider thing.
Yeah.
You should
know the people that you're riding with.
And you guys feel like you know us, and that's where we're at a disadvantage.
But Rocky Mountain Roll, I love that. That's a blast. And also because we don't do the ride until Saturday morning, so I have all of Friday afternoon to get to know everybody. So I'm not riding with strangers. I've already had an opportunity to talk to everybody. Yeah, it's hard to explain.
It sounds rude. It doesn't matter how well you explain it, but just know that in my mind it isn't. So
yeah.
It's not about you. It's about me. It's not you. It's me.
It's about my anxiety. Thank you.
Yeah, and some people don't have it, which is weird, and so they don't get it. That's fine.
Yeah, Adventure 50 gets it. They when you ride by yourself, you can ride at your own pace, and your own style. You can stop whenever you want. You don't have to worry about somebody waiting on you, or worry about if you're riding at a pace that they enjoy either.
Nobody makes fun of you when you pee a lot. I'm talking to you, Nathan and Ryan, and I've heard your audio, Travis. I like to stop. People say this is sacrilege. I like to stop every hour. At least get off the bike for a minute.
That's not sacrilege. That's a good pace.
Honestly, part of it is because I have apparently an oval head and this is a round helmet, and I get a pressure point if I don't take it off once in a while. Oh. Holy crap! Thanks, big DH2Os. Look at that sticker's very appropriate because that's how I feel right now. Thank you for that. Wow. I'm so glad we stayed on.
Riding with Strangers sounds like a band.
I know, Icarus. It blows my mind too. I've met a few who don't understand that. And I don't get it. And this is the other thing is I'm going to speak for you again, but we come off as reasonably charismatic, and just because I can talk to a camera doesn't mean I can talk to a human.
That's a good point.
I can talk to 200 people, that doesn't bother me. 2 people scares the shit out of me.
I'm normally pretty good one-on-one. I can do that okay. And I can normally, if it's Rocky Mountain Roll, I can talk to the big group because, I feel, I have so much experience with that from working the events at the dealership. I had to learn how to talk to a bunch of strangers in an authoritative manner.
Right. Well, and I was a teacher for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I'm good at talking to 30 people.
Yeah. But if it's a group of 5 or 6 or something like that, that kind of size, I have a problem speaking up. Is a problem. I'm working on it.
McLovin, Big D says hi. I'm supposed to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Now you know. Oh shit, Eric. Okay, let's start a giveaway. Don't rat me out to Nintendo. I'm sure they would care. Well, since somebody said I'm never going to get big, they'll probably never notice me. Oh, that guy's gone now. Actually, that's the thing about YouTube is he can still watch. He just can't comment. So he can still be here. Hi, guy. I actually wasn't going to ban you until you were a jerk on purpose, but Beards protects me from
is on us.
Yeah.
And Beard knows how I feel about that.
You have to very blatantly break rule number 1 before I will ban you, and rule number 1 is don't be a dick. And I don't think he was quite there, but I'm okay with him being on.
I like how Eric is just give me stickers.
You know you can buy stickers, right? I sell stickers, and so does Amanda.
Oh my god, I like this. I was invited on a ride and ended up bleeding as nobody knew how to get where they were going. That happened to me a lot last year.
And they know you, so they look to you.
Yeah.
People think you know what you're doing.
When I went on the Oregon Run, I didn't expect to
Good night, Ryan.
Ride with anybody because I'm on an ADV bike and literally everybody else in the Oregon Run was on cruisers.
She's mispronouncing it on purpose because that's how it's spelled, by the way.
It is Oregon Run.
Yeah.
And you messed up my story.
I'm sorry. I just thought the comments were coming, and so I was trying to help you. I apologize.
Anyway, everybody else was on cruiser. There was a handful of bikes that were on ADV, on ADV, and I thought that I was going to ride with them, but they had a hell of a problem syncing their helmets, and I did not want to wait for them.
I've been there.
So I thought that I was going to ride by myself, and then this other group of ladies, including some ladies who run the Portland Litas, were like, "Oh, you just want to ride with us?" And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I'll just hang out in the middle and follow you guys." We got to our first checkpoint in Silverton, and we waited for some guy who never showed up, and then they all turned to me "Do you want to lead? Do you know where we're going?" Well, I downloaded the maps, didn't you? No. None of them had downloaded the map.
They just expected somebody else to...
What?
That's weird.
What?
I'm way too paranoid. I'll do that even if I'm in the back of the pack.
I don't understand. So I ended up leading that group for the next 2 days. The whole rest of the ride, I led them.
That's not fun. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah. I had marked all these spots on the map that I was going to stop and talk to the camera so I could because that was also the Insta360 video. So I had stopped and marked a bunch of parts on the map that I was going to stop and talk to the camera, and with the big group I couldn't do that. So the second day I was like, I have to talk to a camera today, you guys, so if we're going together, you have to stop and hang out while I talk to a camera. And they're like, oh yeah, that's fine. And halfway through the day, it was obviously not fine.
I just don't know. It's not the same. Okay, I'm gonna close entries.
Okay.
I do ride listening to music, but that's a recent thing for me. But my speakers aren't really loud enough in my helmet, so it's helpful when it's music I already know, so I can imagine what it sounds like.
I listen to audiobooks while I'm on the road.
That's the way to do it. All right, giveaway over. Winner is Measure in Grains. Congratulations on your win. You got to email me at dork@dorkontheroad.com with your physical address because I'm going to mail you an envelope full of stickers.
Oh, Ryan said goodnight, and you have to give me his number so that he can get me a hoodie.
I was going to say I didn't have it, but I do. So I mostly message him on Facebook.
Oh, I got a heavy sigh over here.
She's annoyed.
Oh.
She's so sleepy. Everyone's talking so loud.
So loud. That's right. Chris took my friend Marissa off-road on the first Oregon run, and that was when my friend Marissa had a B-Star 650.
Fun.
She kicked butt.
Actually, that reminds me of a great topic that we could discuss. It's a little bit controversial, though.
Okay.
Because you said off-road.
Oh, God.
And I do my test rides at Power, right? And there's this stretch of about a mile gravel road that I can take bikes on.
Yes.
Obviously, it's the best I can do on a test ride. No one's going to be like, here, take this on a trail.
Yeah.
But some people,
yes,
not all people, get real offended when I say that is off-road.
Mm-hmm.
But my argument is off-pavement, in the terms of the way people use the language, not the way the literal definition, off-pavement is off-road.
Yes.
To most people.
Mm-hmm.
And what annoys me about that is when I say off-road, they say, well, if you're on a road, that's not off-road. So, okay, so what is off-road? I literally have to take off just cross-country? Or a trail? Because that is not a common thing. The
people who are nitpicky about the term off-road, I think they mean that they're to them referring to off-road is a trail. It has to be an OHV area. But I agree that gravel road, Forest Service road, fire road, whatever you call them in your part of the country, is technically off-road. To the general public. If you say off-road, most people are going to think about a Forest Service road. I'm just saying. I did
a poll actually on my channel, and it was 80%.
Yeah.
Agree with that. Because it is an entirely different experience and a different skill set the second you leave the pavement.
Yeah.
And so most people understand that. And if it wasn't different, then we would all be riding cruisers down Forest Service roads, but I just don't see that very often.
Yeah.
Except the Dos Honduros guys, because they're fantastic and amazing.
Yeah.
Taking off motocross jumps on their Gold Wings.
Icarus asked me what are some local things to check out at Rocky Mountain Roll. If you do ride dirt, we'll just call it dirt. Scalgahoe Pass is incredible between Grantsdale and Phillipsburg. That road is amazing, and also there's a beautiful waterfall in the middle. It's a pass, and then you can go to Phillipsburg and you can stop at the candy store in Phillipsburg, and it is so awesome. It's a good road. It's an excellent road. If you are on your way to Rocky Mountain Roll, if you can and you ride dirt, you should do Magruder. That was an excellent road. You just have to be very defensive because a lot of people drive that road very, very fast. So, don't be a jerk. Don't drive it going 50 because you will get driven off the road. Lolo Motorway is also a very, very beautiful road. Or if you only ride pavement, Lolo Pass, which is the paved version of Lolo Motorway. Lolo Motorway is the original trail, And then Lolo Pass is the paved version that's like lower in elevation. It's right next to the river. And it's also a very beautiful twisty ride. Actually, I think Lolo Pass is a one of like the scenic roads of America or whatever. It's like on the same list as Beartooth Highway and those kinds of stuff. And going to the Sun Road and that kind of stuff.
Somebody said there should be a rating system for off-road, and there is. And the best one that I've seen is Brett Tax's Taxonomy, which is the best pun ever. But and he does it the same way they rate rapids, in that the most difficult section is what the rating for the whole part of it, the whole trail or whatever is.
Yeah.
And his ratings, I feel very comfortable looking at and saying, okay, I'm clearly comfortably intermediate.
Yeah.
Because it's very specific. So I like his a lot, and I wish every trail was rated according to that system.
Yeah.
Because even here in Oregon, if you ride OHV trails, a Department of Forestry versus a Forest Service versus a BLM trail system, a blue trail looks very different at each of those, and it's freaking annoying. Because I can ride any Department of Forestry blue trail and a Forest Service blue trail, but BLM, they are crazy all over the place.
They're so gnarly.
Yeah, well, they're all rutted out and not maintained, which is part of it. Maybe it started out.
Yeah, like it probably, like when they first groomed it, it was like the same, but yeah, the BLM office is notoriously under provisioned, so.
Yeah, which is why I hate Shotgun Creek. And unfortunately, it's the closest OHV area. But there's some brutal stuff there.
That's like one of my like bigger goals, like really long term for the channel, is just to get to a point where I can do massive fundraisers for like the BLM and Forest Service and that kind of stuff, because they are notoriously underpaid.
No kidding. It's all volunteers. Mm-hmm. I was out there one day. There was a bunch of high school kids working on a trail, and like inmates.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they take the labor
like so much of the maintenance that are done in our forests and on our public lands is volunteer based and totally community outreach. Like what is done is like absolutely the bare minimum. So if you have a trail system near you and you really, really enjoy it, it is our responsibility to organize cleanup crews and like trail maintenance and that kind of stuff. And Forest Service and BLM offices love it if you reach out and help and volunteer. Yeah!
There you go. You got it in. It's true, though. People want to enjoy this stuff, but they don't understand that it takes work to keep it open and maintain it.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, there are people actively working against us.
Yeah.
Maybe not on purpose, but there's and I know because I went to high school with all of them, out there dumping trash and setting huge fires. And I mean, it used to be like you'd find a bag of trash, but now it's like a couch. I found a camper, like a whole camper. Oh my God. Like crazy, and then it's shot to hell. Like, and this is why stuff gets closed down.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
How long did it take me to ride to Flagstaff? 3 days? It took me 3 days to ride to Flagstaff. I think. Camped in Southeast Oregon, hoteled in Nevada, and then I stayed in Coral Pink Sand Dunes.
Thanks, Eric.
Okay, maybe 4 days. Probably could have done it faster, but I don't like abusing my body. I am no
taking it easy.
Whit Mesa, who's gonna go across the country in 48 hours. That's like, brutal. She's incredible. I can't. Oh my God.
I think Whit popped into one of my live streams one time because I saw the name and I think maybe she left 2 comments, and then before I realized who it was gone. That's like my biggest brush with like fame.
She's incredible. For those who don't know, Whit Mesa is the incredible woman who did 48 states in 10 days. I think that was last year. Harley Davidson let her borrow Pan America for it. She's also one of the 100 women in power sports.
That doesn't surprise me.
Bye, Icarus.
You're gonna meet so many cool people at that too. Just seeing the other people who are on that list.
I already know a ton of people who are going.
That doesn't surprise me either.
Like, as we were getting our invitations, we were texting each other, like, oh, I got one! Like, oh, awesome! And then, like, somebody else would be like, we got one! She was like, yeah!
So were you not already planning to go to AIM?
No, I wasn't.
So you had to put that together last minute.
Yeah. So I will pretty much only be there Tuesday and maybe Wednesday morning before I go back to the airport. Cheers!
Cheers!
Thank you, John.
That song doesn't get old to me. I like it. That's a good choice.
You watched the new series, right?
I have just the beginning. I haven't. I just don't sit around and watch cartoons that much anymore.
It's so good.
I believe you. I like the 2 episodes I saw. And they got some great people in it. Like, great actors.
I don't think the question is whether or not she's coming with me. It's just that she's going to go with me. Or I'm not going to be left. I don't know. Left? Left.
Or right. Who knows? Left, right.
Yeah.
Could be either one. Could be. Who knows?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. How much time does filming add to a trip? I bet you and I have very different answers. You go first.
For context, I can do the trip from Portland to Montana in 1 day. I know that I can. I have done it multiple times. However, if it is a trip that I am documenting, it will take me 2 days.
I don't stop and film as much as I should. I get impatient with it. But as an example, I really made a commitment to film a lot on my Grom Motocamping trip. Because I just think footage of me riding that thing fully loaded is hilarious. So it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to get to the camping spot where I camped. Filming the ride out there took me almost 5 hours.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff because I wanted to get so, like, I would see a beautiful kind of shot and I would stop, so I have the camera ride past it, right, go back, get the camera, turn the camera so I could get the same shot riding past it. So that took a while. So it depends on how much third person, because if I just slap my helmet cam, I can do it in real time, but that's not that interesting.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
But I do that a lot.
It's good to have B-roll.
Even though I know that it's not that interesting, because I also want to go camping.
I think on average, like, if I'm just doing a travel day, it probably adds 2 to 3 hours to a trip. Like, just doing a normal 300-mile day adds 3 hours.
Well, you have, and it's interesting, because it depends on, like, watching your cross-country trip. Like, there are days when you'll stop and get drone footage and really, really interesting stuff, and there are days when it's clear you're doing miles and you stop at the gas station and talk to the camera for a little bit, right?
Yeah, like the 1 700-mile day, like from, I think I started in Georgia and I got to Texas or something like that. You can tell that was like a very sparse day, partially because there's absolutely no B-roll. And like, except for the one, I think I stopped at a strip mall and I talked to the camera while I was snacking on biscuits.
That specifically. I remember that.
That was the only time that whole day that I actually stopped and talked to the camera, like, intentionally. But like, I can't do that all the time because, like, I can't. That's literally like less than 3 minutes of like the whole video, and that's why I tend to include 2 days in each video to make sure that, like, I can still make miles and still also have enough content to fill out like a decent video and make a decent story that isn't super truncated. If that makes sense at all.
So people have asked about the tat probably 8 times. And I don't think we've answered it.
Oregon to Death Valley for camping in late February. Michael, I don't know if you know, but I'm going across the country in March. So, yeah. I had initially planned to do Death Valley, but when I reviewed the route again, I'm kind of under a time constraint to do this in 30 days. So Death Valley got marked off of the list, partially because I have already been there, and because it's in California, and California is a lot closer to us than, you know, the Gulf of Mexico. So it got sacrificed in to prioritize time in what do they call it? They call it the Gulf of Mexico. That, like, all those states have a very specific name, and I can't think of the word.
The Gulf Coast.
Gulf Coast, the South, that area.
Louisiana. Oh wait, that's
a state.
Yeah, it's down there. It's shaped like a boot.
I was gonna call it the Bayou, but I think that's very specifically Louisiana.
Yeah.
But that area. So are you doing the tat? No! Oh my gosh!
I know, well, we haven't answered the question.
I did earlier.
Well, I forgot. I love getting questions like that because you guys know that literally my first multi-night motorcycle camping trip was last summer. So let me do a BDR first. Like, these are things I would love to do, right? But let me do the Washington BDR and then the Oregon one if we ever get it. And, before I think about riding across the country, like, I would love to someday, but I feel like that's something I want to build up to personally.
Also, have you seen videos of the Oregon section of the TAT? It's atrocious. It is not taken care of. They need to redo the route, and they haven't.
So it's like the current Oregon BDR then?
Yeah, it's so out of date. Like, half of the roads on the Oregon section of the TAT aren't even open to the public anymore.
That's brutal.
Like...
My favorite place to ride is in the woods. I love it there. It's great.
Paul, I don't know if Shade Tree is going to come and party with me in New Orleans. I guess it depends on if he gets a wild hair and decides to go back with me or something.
He should. That needs to be a thing. That's good content for everybody.
I am not going to North Carolina. I said earlier it's going to be too cold. I'm not going up that far. Sorry, Chris. I did go to North Carolina already, for the record. I have been there.
Good night, Tiffany. Congrats on your new job that I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about on stream. Enjoy the DRZ. I hope it starts for your daughter well.
Yeah.
Incrementalism? What? You don't want to bite off way more than you can handle? I know, weird, right? The problem is I'm so far behind because it started so late. Started riding motorcycles at 37, so yeah.
Dude, there are people in interviews who were like, so what was it like learning to ride so late in life? I learned to ride when I was 21. Are you like, what? So late in life.
That's like people that ask Weird Al if he's ever thought about writing his own songs. Yes, he's done a lot of them. What? Watch the channel before you ask me questions. God.
Because I feel like there are people who think that, like, everybody should have learned to ride when they were 4.
Yeah.
Like, no, actually, I had older siblings that ruined that for me, so thank you.
Why not the Adventure Grom for my daughter? Because I wanted to get her something that she could spend a year or two getting really comfortable with, and then we could take on the road and go motocamping and stuff together. Mm-hmm. And the Grom is just never going to be that. Mm-hmm. I love it, and it's fun, and I built it because it was fun and funny to me, but it's not, we're not going to do highway miles on it. We're just not. So I'm wary about her getting her endorsement at 16, but I would like her to have it so that we can go motocamping and stuff and take back roads and stuff together. I don't really want her to use it as her primary mode of transportation until she's got a few more miles under her belt, but it'd be neat if we could do it. Go camping and hit campgrounds and do fun stuff like that. So this bike will be great for that, and she'll be really comfortable with it by then, ideally. And if not, I'm going to trail ride the hell out of it.
If you're not dead, it's not too late.
That's
I like
true.
that.
Truth Seeker. Got a 22 KLR. Hell yeah. Go, man. That thing will serve you well the rest of your life if you want it to.
I think that can be said about a lot of bikes if they're taken care of properly.
True.
It's just that most bikes have a different kind of maintenance schedule, and not everybody is willing to meet it.
Well, the thing I love about the KLR is you could start on it as long as you're okay with the height and seat height, and it could last you forever.
Yeah.
It'll take you anywhere you want to go, as long as you don't want to get there fast.
Yeah. Yeah, no, when, at the end of the pilgrimage, when my papa was trying to find me a different bike than Lazarus, this was like right before I got the CB500X, and he had me meet some guy in Dillon who had a KLR. And this gentleman told me that he lowered the KLR, and he lied. Of course, I didn't know it at that point. I sat on it. It was crazy tall. Like, the seat was, like, on this part of my leg, like, while I was one-footing the bike. It was not lowered.
That you were sliding off a lot, then.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. And I was like, no, this is way too tall. I can't do this. I'm not comfortable with this at that point. I could probably do it now, but I couldn't do it at that point, and it wasn't safe.
Well, see, that is so intimidating until you're comfortable.
Yeah, and
it
like,
really is.
And Lazarus is really like actually a tall bike, and like I've been like sorry, that was totally a complete sentence. Dork in the Road made a video about like learning about 1 foot down, and I couldn't understand. Like, I thought everybody knew about that because I've been doing it since I started riding, because like all of the bikes that I've been riding since I started, I have to 1 foot down. There's no way for me to flat foot both sides. So that was just like a thing that I learned naturally, but
I didn't know about it when I started, because I started on that 500F and I could easily get both feet down.
That's interesting.
And the DRZ scared the shit out of me. It's why I didn't buy one.
Yeah.
And now I'm very comfortable on it.
Yeah.
And I can actually get both tiptoes down.
Yeah.
But looking at, when you walk up to a bike and the seat is right here,
oh yeah,
it's intimidating.
It's very intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you realize that when you sit on it, it gets lower.
Yeah, the suspension compresses.
Yeah.
Bye, AT. Have a good snooze.
Have a good night. All right, one more giveaway. We should.
One more giveaway.
It's probably. I mean, we got all these stickers.
I did bring a lot of stickers.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were gonna be like button heavy. I've watched your live streams. Okay.
The more I drink, the more I give away. Typically, but yeah. And then the next day, I'm like, ugh. Because I pack them all myself, right? So I'm just like stuffing envelopes, and I started printing out the labels at least because my handwriting is so bad. That's what takes me the longest time. But
have you gotten a proper label printer yet, or are you still just doing it on regular paper?
I just put labels in my regular printer, and I just print the labels.
Dude, like a proper label printer has been life changing.
We have a Dymo. I just haven't bothered because I don't ever ship packages hardly.
No.
Yeah. My wife had it when she
Dymo.
sold LuLaRoe. She printed all kinds of labels, but we kept it because I thought someday I'm going to need this.
Yeah.
So it is here, but
I'm gonna start using that.
I'm going to refill this because I'm not driving. Do you need another one, or are you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm going to start on my LaCroix actually.
All right, I'll be back.
When
Do you need me to grab
I'll
it,
find
or?
it. It's in my backpack.
Okay.
You go get your drink.
Okay, you're good.
1989 Ninja 600. Wait, I gotta go back and read that. At 18, for my first bike, I had no idea what I was doing. It's a miracle I'm alive. I mean, I guess that's fair because it's a Ninja. I'm very grateful that my first bike was a 1980s bike that I had to work on. I had no other option. I was a broke college student. For one, I bought that bike for $600. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to buy a bike at that point in my life. And I am so grateful that it was an old bike, and I had no other option but to learn how it worked because I couldn't pay anybody else to work on it. So like every time that the carburetors needed to be balanced, every time they needed to be cleaned, every time that like something funky happened, I had to figure out what was wrong, and it gave me a much better appreciation of how my motorcycle works. And I think that's like very powerful and very good information to have, especially if you plan on doing longer trips. Having some kind of general idea of how your bike works really, really helps. How did we become friends? I think we talked about this earlier. We don't really know. I think that I came across Dork in the Road's channel because I'm Snoopy, and I like to know the people who are doing similar things in my area. So I have a list of motovloggers that are like currently active and that kind of stuff in the niche that I think are interesting, that I think are my competition. And I think I found Dork in the Road because in one of his titles a while ago, like he talked about Oregon, so he came up in my search for Oregon motorcyclists. And I think that's how I found him initially, but yeah. I'm telling the internet secrets about you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, secrets?
Secrets.
I want to know. I want to know secrets.
Somebody asked me how we became friends, and I said that I don't know.
We don't remember. It's like we've always known each other.
And then I was telling them how I found you.
What? How'd you find me?
I found you because I'm competitive.
Oh, no shit. This could be a fun conversation because I've been drinking. Okay, this could be good.
I may or may not have a list of motovloggers who motovlog in the general PNW area, or other motovloggers that I think are my direct competition.
I may or may not have the same thing.
And I think you came up because one of your videos like had Oregon in the title, so you came up under my trying to figure out who were motovlogging in Oregon in general. And I think that's how I found you initially.
Wait, are we frenemies?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh, I love it! That's funny, because I compare myself to you a lot. A lot.
I think that's just, like, generally how it goes. Just because, like, it's good to know how other people are performing in a niche that you're in. And especially, like motorcycling is its own micro niche, okay? And but then there's
smaller.
ADV.
Yeah, and then Oregon. Right. And then similar size.
Yeah.
You'd be stupid not to look at and try to see what's working and what isn't.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, and also, like, just a general courtesy, like, because you don't want to just rip off somebody else's content, even if you didn't need to.
It's true, and that does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
I've had the same idea as people. Yeah. And been like, oh, I'm not making that video now. Or at least not right now, when I was planning on it. I
have that issue a lot with Tim, actually.
That doesn't surprise me.
I go through like batches of like writing down a bunch of ideas of like what I think would make good content, or like questions people ask me and I write it down like on a big list.
I literally have a whiteboard upstairs
and
with all that shit on it.
I use an app called Trello, and it lets me organize them. Like, I make a big list and then I organize them into like different, like, this would be good for winter content, this would be good for summer content, and then like
you're more organized than me, but
I'm obsessive. Anyway, like a lot of those lists, and then I'll like go through and I will search them on YouTube just to see if like that's even something that somebody is searching for, and like 8 times out of 10 Tim will have already made that video.
Right, but his whole channel is about motorcycle camping. There's no topic he hasn't addressed. He even repeats his own stuff now. It's just impossible not to.
Yeah. So, like, sometimes I will do it if I watch his video and I have a different perspective. I will still make the video. But if he says pretty much word for word what I would say, I don't make the video.
Okay, Jeff, I have 2 questions about your comment. 1, you knew I was talking about YouTube channels. And 2, did you just quietly call me fat? You're implying multiple things that I don't like, is all I'm saying. Okay, well, that was a fun conversation to walk in the middle of, but I had a thought while I was gone.
Okay.
Here, let this blow your mind, okay? I literally run Giant Loop's YouTube channel.
Okay.
I'm also sponsored by Giant Loop.
Okay.
I went to the Touratech rally.
Yeah.
Touratech makes luggage.
Okay.
Giant Loop makes luggage.
Okay.
Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, that's different.
Is it?
It's different.
How is it different?
Because, like, Wolfman and Giant Loop kind of exist in the same space, and Touratech is kind of its own thing.
Okay. Counterpoint.
Okay.
What is the relationship? This is maybe not stream topics. I don't know. In general, my opinion, or at least my impression of the way that these companies interact with each other is that they're all very, like, someone comes up with a new product and they're like, oh, that's so cool, good for you. Everyone's very nice to each other, which is why I don't think anyone would care.
Yeah.
But now I've brought it up so many times that if you don't go, it's going to seem like Wolfman cared.
Oh my God.
Weird. Weird.
For the record, I highly doubt that Eric would sit through a 3-hour live stream
just to find that.
Just to find that moment.
Right. Well,
he is a very busy man. I think he has more important things to do. Oh, Trail Girl, thank you. I appreciate that.
And that is very important. Representation matters,
yes,
and the perspective is different, and he can't understand the things that you understand, and it's important for people to hear from someone who does.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm right about, but I am.
Correct. Obviously. Oh shit, I'm giving away stickers.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to pick a winner. The winner is Parallel Camper. What a cool name.
That is a cool name. I like that.
And now I'm going to give away a t-shirt because I feel like it. So let's do one more. But we're gonna make people enter again because I think that's fun. But I will email you. Oh my god, I've got some old stuff on here. I've still got from the time I gave away those backpack coolers. I never deleted that. Okay, this says sticker pack, but it's for a sticker pack and a t-shirt of your choice from my merch store. You pick, I will have it sent to you. Just keep in mind that it's going to take you a month to get it because Teespring sucks.
Also, because shipping is atrocious still.
Yeah.
Like, we're still dealing with the aftermath of the holiday.
Yeah, here's my axe. Ordered this the day after Thanksgiving. Guess when I got it? Last week. I got a Usui backpack they ordered on Black Friday. I got it about a week ago. So, brutal. But we'll try. So, Teespring t-shirt from my shop. There should be a link in the description, but when you email me, if you can't find it, which you should be able to, because what you'll do is Google Dork on the Road Teespring, and it'll pop right up. Any t-shirt, regular t-shirt of your choosing, any design you like. And I have like 12 now. They're all terrible, made with clip art.
I will be back.
She'll be back. She forgot her LaCroix. They're in the truck.
No, I got it out, but now I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, good luck. Trixie, you are being very good. You're just chilling. So much enters, it's hard to carry on a conversation at this point, but I hope you guys win a t-shirt. I want each and every one of you to win, except only one of you, because it would get really expensive if you all won. Yeah. But the shirts are pretty cool. We've got the technical design, the Mr. Puff Puff design is in there. Cheaper Than Therapy. I've got 3 versions of that one. There's this logo. You can win. You could get this shirt if you wanted to. Dual Sport Riding, Hiking, but Faster. That's in there. And literally every single design of mine I made with royalty-free clip art because I can't draw at all. I wouldn't even know where to start. I honestly want to hire Amanda to make a logo for me, but I'm pretty sure I can't afford her. And I don't want to ask her, and then the price is too high, and then be like, nah. Like, once you ask, you kind of have to, and obviously she deserves to get paid what her work is worth, but it's so good, I'm not sure if I can afford it. Should I ask her when she comes back? Don't say anything. She's back.
You were talking mean things about me, weren't you?
Actually, it was compliments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm nice like that.
I don't want to know about that either.
Okay, that's fine.
Come here. Can I sit down? Okay. We'll just sit like this,
Okay,
I guess.
Whoa, 1 FTR.
Oh, thank you.
Holy crap, that's a double cheers.
Wait.
It's a double cheers.
Boom.
Double cheers.
Oh, boom.
2. Dang, thanks 1 FTR. 1 FTR just paid for the t-shirt I'm sending you for the win. So thank you for that.
What are you doing, silly? Here you go. Let's get up just a little bit. There you go. Okay.
Okay, well, here's what I was saying while you were gone, because I'm buzzed, so I feel less uncomfortable telling you. I was talking about all my logo designs and how they're all stuff I made in clip art because I can't design shit.
Okay.
And then how yours are so much better, and how I want to hire you to make a design for me, but I don't think I can afford you.
That's probably accurate.
And I'm afraid to ask, because once I say, and then you give me the price, I can't be like, oh, never mind. But you deserve to get paid what you're worth.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
so
that.
that's why I've never asked you. Mm-hmm. That's the story that I told while you were gone.
Uncle Badger, it doesn't matter how much it costs to commission me right now because I'm not taking projects.
She's very busy.
I am very busy. I have a waiting list. Literally, there are people on my waiting list that have been waiting for me to do their project for 5 years. I am not accepting new projects right now. Unless you can pay my rent for 2 months, then I will do your project.
That is like an incredible problem to have. No kidding. All right, are you guys in? Exclamation point, enter. Let's give away a t-shirt. T-shirt.
He said, no, it'll ruin our frenemy relationship.
Wouldn't it strengthen it? You gotta feed both sides.
Also, for context, I did do the illustrations for Tim's book. However, he had to ask me 5 times, and he probably paid me more than he thought that he was going to.
You deserve to get paid what you're worth. Okay, I'm closing it.
Although I will say Tim was like one of the most wonderful people to work with.
He seems like a good guy. Yeah, I will say, I have yet to meet a super fake person in the YouTube ADV space. Everyone I've met, and I haven't met as many people as you. I can see what your face is doing right now. But everyone that I've met has been like, holy shit, you're exact. I haven't met anyone huge, though, so that could be why.
I think, asterisks, most of the people in the ADV YouTube space that I have met have been very genuine, nice humans.
Yep, everyone I've met. It sounds like there's one or two significant asterisks. I'm not going to ask you to say who they are, but...
Yeah.
All right, let's pick a winner. Who's going to win? Free t-shirt. I'm old. I think that's an I. It's an I or an L. You won. Exclamation point? No. Just email me at dork@dorkintheroad.com. I don't have McLovin here keeping track of me, so I need you to say that you won the t-shirt in your email. And nobody else get up cute and try to send me an email because I can look at the replay.
Cute.
Okay? I can look at the replay. But just remind me. So email me, dork@dorkintheroad.com. I need your address. I also need your shirt size. This blows people's minds sometimes. I don't know what size to send you unless you tell me. And I need you to go to my Teespring store and tell me which design you want. And somebody will helpfully post a link to my Teespring store, maybe. Beers, Backs, and Crown. You can Google it if you have to. But if not, email me and I'll send you the link.
McLovin didn't write them all
Yeah,
down.
it's fine, McLovin. It's not a big giveaway night. I didn't ask you to. I'm glad you're still here. McLovin normally keeps me on track, but I didn't ask him to tonight. I go off script, bro. I'm an improv guy. I've been doing improv since I was 18. I don't know any better. I just make shit up. So I roll.
Bigfoot is leaving. Was he your guest? Do you know him personally? I don't know who Bigfoot is.
Sorry. Bye, Bigfoot.
Bye, Bigfoot.
Like Sasquatch? Did you know that Bigfoot is often confused with Sasquatch? Yeti never complains.
Well, that happened.
Wandering Turtle, I'm a fan so far. I like it.
My partner likes it.
Scott Broyles.
At least I think he likes it. He's been watching it, so I'm assuming as much.
It's pretty good.
Off script, off road, it's all the same.
Correct. Except off-road, I still follow the road. I'm not allowed to just veer off on a tangent like I can.
I mean,
Off
even
script.
off script, like, we still, like, align to certain rules.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Even improv games, you have to follow the rules or else nothing makes sense.
See, Weiser gets it. Yes.
Icarus knows what's up.
Oh, Cerny, you're my favorite.
I bet there are people here that don't realize I told a joke.
Even Mama Zito said, "Oh." That's probably the tone she said it into.
Whoa.
Oh.
I like it. I would put that on. You should put that on a t-shirt. Actually, that's a t-shirt I could design. It just says, "Whoa."
I want you to know that I still have on one of my ideas lists we're almost to the top.
So glad I put a counter in that video. It's still actually I saved it as a preset. It's still a preset in my editing software. I used it so many times in that video.
Bye, Fix Build Play. Thank you for the super chat. You're wonderful. Have a good night.
Hello, Japan. Joseph.
Whoa. Hi. Joseph. Oh, I have a question for you. This is information that I think that I know, but I do not know for certain. Can you confirm or deny that at most campgrounds in Japan that do not have built-in fire pits, you must have one of those like metal, freestanding fire pits in order to have a campfire?
Oh, interesting.
I have been fed this information, but I do not know if it's entirely accurate. I do know that there are campgrounds in Japan that do have dedicated fire pits, but there are also campgrounds that are like big open fields, and in order to have a campfire, you have to have your own little fire pit so you don't damage the earth.
I'm surprised to hear there's campgrounds in Japan.
Yeah, there are. It's really
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a track day? I have not done a track day.
I have not done a track day.
If I did one, I would love to do a supermoto track day on a go-kart track. More than I would love to ride a super bike on a racetrack, personally.
I don't know if I would enjoy a track day in general.
I would love to put supermoto tires on my DRZ and just go-kart track that. But I would rather ride trails, personally. Yeah, congrats on your win. I'm old.
I'm old. Oh, so good. It's slowing down. I think we're putting people to sleep.
We are very getting low. So are we winding down? Do you guys have any... We're on 3 hours now, so we got to get a whole bonus hour.
My poor mom. It's 11 o'clock her time.
So any final questions you want to get? I know we've been missing your questions, so...
We've been pretty bad.
One final attempt to get them in, and maybe we won't ramble about something else while you're typing.
I have not gone out to camp. Okay. Okay, that's okay. That's totally okay. I was just curious. I appreciate you for being here.
Awesome, let's go. It's a good point, DRZ 125, Trail Girl, because I would love to do a supermoto track day, but I would not want to ride with the other people that would come to a supermoto track day.
Yeah.
Ever since Jake the Garden Snake did his on the 701 launch they did, and he got rear-ended.
Pat's Acres, is that down here?
I don't know, never heard of it.
I don't, yeah. I know about PIR, but that's about it.
Thanks, Bill. Who dat? It's HF Vids Shots.
Yeah, I don't know what Pat's Acres are. I know that Missoula, Montana, they were trying to restart the flat track team there. It was cool.
African or European measuring grains.
What?
Lots of anxiety about camping on my own. I feel like I'm not abandoning my fans, but thanks for asking. Ideal length for a video. I have this uncanny knack to like set out and film a video, and when I go to edit it, it's 10 minutes long. I literally never do that on purpose.
I think 10 minutes is a good length. But also, I think it totally depends on the story that you're telling. And if you can tell that story in 4 minutes, you should do that. Do not like fill in buffer to make it 10 minutes.
Yeah, especially if you're doing it so you can put in a mid-roll.
Yeah, no. Oh, he thinks we're abandoning them because we've threatened to leave.
Oh, well, I mean, we can't do this all night. She's got to drive home. And according to her, it's 2 hours to get there.
Well, it won't be on the way back because traffic won't be as bad.
I guess you did come down in rush hour.
Yeah, it was like 4 o'clock when I left.
That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. What are we trying to raise tonight? How close are we? I don't know. How much more do we need to raise for you to go to Giant Loop?
I wasn't keeping track.
I have. It's actually on here. I can
look.
What, how much do we need to raise for you to agree to go to Giant Loop tonight?
Okay, at base, if we cover the ticket, I will go.
Well, shit. We're not even close to that. So, what?
I can't.
You should stream and do a
fundraiser for the ticket.
Yeah. Then I don't have to write you a check. How do you handle bugs? My favorite thing for bugs is Thermacell. I love my Thermacell. It works really good.
Spray your outer layers with permethrin. And permethrin is a really nasty chemical, so like you don't want to put it on any clothes that are going to be touching your skin directly. So like I spray my whole riding suit with permethrin, and then I spray my tent with permethrin and my puffy jacket. And it's a kind of chemical that you need to spray it all down with, and then it needs to sit in a well-ventilated area for at least 24 hours before you touch it again.
That's serious.
Yeah, it's nasty shit, but it works. When I did the cross-country trip in 2020, I sprayed my tent with permethrin, and I think it was outside of Bozeman, and the bugs were just nasty. And I woke up the next morning, and permethrin is so powerful that all the bugs that were trying to get at my light died. And all their corpses were on the roof of my tent.
So it's not a repellent.
No, they died.
It kills them. I like it.
And I don't know if they really want to give me I don't know. I'm going to have a hard enough time trying to come up with a topic to present at Overland Expo PNW. I really want to do that.
Did they already talk to you?
No, I talked to them. So I still have to come up with a topic and fill out all the paperwork.
I filled out the ambassador thing and I haven't heard shit, but I just assume because it's off season they're not looking at it.
Yeah, I talked to the gal at Overland Expo West while I was there about like presenting, and she did and so she told me to email her. So I did, and she gave me the link to all the paperwork and topic information you have to fill out, and you actually have to have a plan for what you're going to talk about.
Well, yeah.
So I have to do that.
How big are the time slots?
I don't remember. I think at minimum 30, and I think you're supposed to talk for an hour or something. All the blocks at Overland Expo West were an hour.
I did an hour at Touratech, and I definitely needed a plan and rehearsed it and all that. Which is not how I normally get down. So it took a lot of work for me. But, yeah. It's interesting, because, like, my whole shtick is new riders, right? And really everyone there already knows how to ride or camp. So you got to find something else to talk about. And I don't feel like I'm a big enough personality that I can just talk about myself, right? That's going to draw or people are going to care. And so there's got to be something else. And so, like, my whole thing last year was anyone can get out and have adventures, learn from my story, my mistakes. But the point is, you have to get out and take that first step, and really, it's worth it, because even if you don't know where you're headed, the journey is what's important, because that's how you figure out where you're going, right? And so finding something like that for these events is hard. And I don't want to repeat the same thing. So I feel your pain, because I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do at Touratech this year.
I don't know. I thought about when I went to Overland Expo West, Story Moto ADV, because they released that cookbook last year. They did like a bunch of cooking seminars, and then they had samples for everybody to eat. And I was like,
I like that.
I like that. I could do that. But like, instead of talking about the recipe, talking about all the kind of different gear you can take motorcycle camping to make real food.
Yeah, and you are good at that, and like somebody that has a lot of experience.
Desert Dave, Overland Expo West is in Flagstaff, Arizona. Overland Expo PNW will be in Bend this year. And then there is Mountain West, and that's in Colorado. And then there's East, and I think that's in North Carolina, or is that in Virginia? I don't remember. It's over there somewhere.
But I'll definitely be at the PNW one.
Yeah.
How do you not go when it's in Bend?
Right? And the one in Flagstaff was really fun, and I'm really glad that I got to go, and I'm very thankful for Onyx Off-Road for making that possible. Like, not only sponsoring the videos so that I could afford to drive down there and back, but also allowing me to volunteer at the booth, so they paid for my ticket to be there too. So it was really awesome. And getting to hand out, they gave me a big stack of free 1-year passes for Onyx, and I got to hand them out. Bench. It was super fun.
Didn't work because I already have a subscription.
Sean wants to know, where would you go back to visit again?
Well, I haven't been that far, so I can literally go anywhere I've been in an hour or 2 hours. So you go.
There's a couple places I would like to go back to. I really there's so much in the Black Hills that I really want to experience. I am a giant Deadwood nerd, so I want to spend like a whole weekend in Deadwood. I would love that so much. But in general, West Virginia was beautiful, and I really want to go back to experience it when it's not pouring. Like, if you know some places are frickin' gorgeous when it is downpouring, imagine how beautiful that place is when it's not pouring, right? I really want to go back to West Virginia. I really wanted to do more of the Blue Ridge Parkway. I only got to do a very short part of it. It was just like twisty gorgeousness. I don't think blasphemy. I don't think the Blue Ridge Parkway is as beautiful as like Beartooth Highway or going to the Sun Road, because like it's really hard to compete with those kinds of views. It's just open and gorgeous and magical. Whereas Blue Ridge Parkway is like riding through a green tunnel most of the time, and then every once in a while you get to see the rolling hills. It's a totally different experience, but it's just like beautiful twist. It's super fun. So I really want to go back to West Virginia as my number one right now.
And I haven't been as far, but when we were riding Route 3 on the Giant Loop ride, or the Giant Loop camp out this year, all I could think the whole time I was there was, I wish I was on my KLR, which I hadn't bought yet, but was literally texting the dealer, making the deal while we were on that ride. So I would love to go rewrite all of Route 3 here in Oregon on my KLR to start.
Yeah.
But then somebody said Canada, and my goal is to get up to Vancouver Island and ride with Critter in Canada next summer.
That would be cool.
He's going to come down here. It's only fair that I go up. And it's so damn close. It's not that far. It's a day's ride.
Yeah.
Like, it's not crazy.
Yeah. Somebody asked if a bug net around the head would be unbearable.
No, no more unbearable than the freaking bugs if you need one.
That's true. There's areas of Idaho, the flies are just atrocious. They're so bad. So it might be worth it. I don't know.
We had that night at Big Lake, and the bugs were the worst. I had bug spray and my thermocell going, and we were still getting eaten alive. And I would have killed somebody for a bug net over my head that night.
Yeah.
Seriously, it was worth it. Thank God I had a beard.
Yeah.
At least only half my face was exposed. We ended up just going in the tent. Like, it was like that brutal.
Yeah.
Campfire smoke, nothing was helping.
The nice thing about going by yourself is that you can retreat to your tent anytime when it's not awkward.
Yeah. 7:30. I'm going to my tent. Go to bed. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. It was all hard won.
Yeah, she's better. She's more mechanical than I am.
I didn't have a choice. I couldn't afford anybody else to fix Lazarus. And plus, at the time that I bought Lazarus, is when they stopped making people in Votech learn about carburetors. So there was literally no Suzuki dealership that would have been able to work on Lazarus and actually give her back to me in one piece. We know because my dad made me take it to the Suzuki dealership in Missoula, and they gave it to the youngest kid in there. He had no idea what he was doing, and he gave it back to me not running.
What?
It was running when we gave it to him.
So did they pay you, or?
I was livid.
Yeah, that's messed up.
That's another one of my video topics in my brain bank is why I would never trust anybody to work on my bikes ever again, and that is one of the reasons. Specifically Lazarus. When I had the Tiger, I took that to the shop all the time because Triumph needs a lot of very specific tools to get into.
See, you just made me not want the 900 anymore. So good job.
You're welcome.
The guy told us.
I did you a favor.
The guy at Touratech said, no kidding. We said, how hard is it to work on? One, I asked, how reliable is it? I said, I know you're going to lie to me, but how reliable is it? Mm-hmm. And he said, they're very reliable. We don't have any problems. And then he said, in fact, it's quite easy to work on. And he literally said, as easy to work on as a DRZ 400. That's what he said.
I don't know how true that is, really.
That blows. How could it be? It's so much simpler of a machine.
Yeah.
I just was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you just trying to get me to buy one right now?
Yeah. Paul, the bugs at Rocky Mountain Roll are not that bad. It's because we're not next to an actual water source. There's a creek down into the ravine, but it's really not that bad. If you have a little bit of bug spray or even just a long sleeve shirt, you'll be fine. Import, no, my partner does not ride.
Neither does mine. My kid does. My wife has no interest. Typical highway ride times before you take a butt break?
Depends on the day. I can go anywhere. Well, I normally go a whole gas tank before I stop. Unless the wind is horrendous, and then I will stop sooner.
I rarely ride more than 2 hours, but usually after an hour I'll give myself leave if I feel like stopping to pee or take my helmet off, or if a convenient place. I also like to stop and look at stuff. Mm-hmm. So. Well,
that's true. I thought they were just talking about butt breaks in general. I filming is a different kind of break.
Right, that's true. Yeah, if I'm getting off the bike to film and stuff, then it's the same. As long as I get my helmet off, I'm good. Yeah, Travis heard it.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're going to wrap this up just because I feel bad because Amanda has to drive all the way home. So, it's been fantabulous.
Yay!
Thank you for being here. And the viewership is still fantastic. So clearly you're a great draw. And I'd be happy to come up and live stream with you sometime. And we just know that we've been trying to plan a collab video. Like, we've literally canceled and postponed it several times.
3 times now.
So, like, she had an issue, and then now my butt hurts because we were going to go next week and camp and ride, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to. So, and now AIM is happening, and
then I will be gone, and
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so I was going to say the spring would be our time, but she's going to be gone. We're going to try. Hopefully she can make it to Giant Loop. And because summer gets crazy and nobody can collab then, unless we put on the calendar right now, maybe. But
unless we go to the same event, that's pretty much it.
We both really want to, and just schedules just keep doing like, which is stupid because we should be able to make that happen. But
right, we live so close.
Yeah, it's not like she's in Wisconsin or something, but it's just how it is.
Uncle Badger, I'm coming for you.
Ooh. I don't have to kick you. Somebody will jump in. My mods know I'm getting annoyed. I'm not that annoyed.
No.
Nathan, we love you. And
we
Chris.
do love you.
The only
and
person
Chris.
we love more is Chris. I mean, yeah, thanks for helping me get this bike for my kid, by the way. You guys are both awesome. And it's going to end up being a bike for me because I'm going to ride the hell out of it. Somebody said we should say each other's catchphrases before we sign off. What do you think about that?
Hold on. Be excellent to each other?
Don't forget.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And you should know that there's literally theater department shirts that say "do the thing" on them because that was my catchphrase when I was teaching. So I'm very comfortable saying yours.
But it's "get out."
Right, which is not what I said. So right, but I don't say it because I don't want people. That's one of those examples of like the thing where you might have the same idea, but you don't want someone to think you took it from someone else.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Don't forget to be excellent to each other.
But do get out and do the thing.
Yay!
Yeah. All right. Thanks, y'all. Don't forget to email me.